We are good. Good to go. We are good to go.
Okay. All right, well, good morning. Welcome back to another week of this show. All right, what do you want to do? Let's just get through this.
What's this now?
Let's just get through this. Ugh, just a lot going on. What's up? What do we got? What do you want to start? What do you guys want to start?
I want to know why Mike picked on me after I tried to defend him.
Oh
on
my
Friday's
God!
show.
What are you talking about?
Humiliating.
Yeah, you were saying Mike doesn't care
I
about
don't
the
remember
show
this.
anymore.
What was this? Refresh my memory. It's been a long weekend. Yeah.
You did. You trot this out every 3 or 4 months. You say I don't care about the show.
Well, you certainly care more about who are these, which is I don't. I think people take that as a criticism. I don't mean to.
Who are these podcasts? I'm on like once every 3 months.
Yeah, but you like that world better than this world. You like playing in that pool, which I have no.
Right.
I have no. People choose different things and listen to different. That does not bother me in the slightest.
And this didn't bother me either. I've heard you do this before. I'm used to it.
Used to what?
You're this bit that you trot out every month.
There's no bit.
My issue
You
is
want to hear a bit? You want to hear a bit? That guy Carl. You want to talk about a fake voice? It's not a fake bit.
People say the same thing about me though.
Yeah, but he stinks. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, sure.
I would not subscribe to that.
Where I started believing you was when Cullinane goes like a sitcom dad that found a joint in his kid's room.
Right.
He goes, "Well, that's a serious discussion we have to have."
Yeah, what did you mean by that?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What did you mean by that?
Probably didn't mean anything by that, actually. I'm quite confident I did.
That's a real discussion.
You can't have any real debate or anything because it's actually one.
Yeah,
maybe
isn't that a good thing about
Can
conversations?
you shut up for a minute? It's probably your worst quality.
Yeah.
Of which there are legion. Like I'm leaving many orphans aside when I choose this one. But I think that's the worst quality of yours. You can't even you get mad at him over the weekend or over a couple of days about something. You come in, he's like, "Well, yeah, you're probably right." And you're like, "Well, that's that." Like you're never gonna fight about it. So it doesn't.
Yeah, but isn't that the
I
point
have
of
a list
conversation?
of things over this weekend that I could criticize Coney for. But he'll just be like, "Well, I did. All right, well, yeah, whatever. I guess you're right. Well, fuck you." Or, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like, well, all right. I don't know. But the fact that this is Mike's job. Like it should be his 4th or 5th priority. BuyMike.net should be first. Go subscribe. They're nearing 700 subscribers. They're closing in on 3,000 on YouTube.
Yes.
Correct?
I'll settle with this.
See how I pay attention to his project, Dave?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fine.
If we can all agree to this.
I think there are 1 or 2 minute fans who subscribe to that.
I think we can all agree to this.
Yeah.
It's I care more about my shows than this show, but like if the case is going on, I also care more about this show than the other people on it. Is that fair?
I don't know what you mean. What?
Meaning,
you're turning the Coney. Coney doesn't understand what you're saying.
Meaning there are times where I care most about this show of anyone on it.
Oh, I don't think that's true. More than me, I don't think that's true.
Oh, that's like a shot.
Yeah,
Is that a shot?
If the case is going on and the dozen, this is 3rd on the list probably.
Yeah, but still higher than you rate. I don't even know who Ted Ojeda is.
Richard Ojeda.
Whoever.
Richard Ojeda.
Or some trip somewhere if you get to some. Who cares?
Well, he might be going to see Tom Myers.
All I know is Craig's part of your show, so I want it to fail. And I will take it down at some point. When I retire, I will take that one by one. I will go house to house like Craig does. I will talk them out of subscribing.
Hack Ride's coming for Craig's job anyway, so
Okay,
Craig might be gone by the end of
Let's save that drama for Blind Mike. Well, we're all worried about that.
Yes,
but
thank you.
Go subscribe for real, please. BlindMike.net. But like Cullinane, for just per example, I don't even want to do it. This is why the listeners hate this guy now. They actually hate you. I don't know what you did to them. Like I don't understand. I thought when you came in, it was like, oh, good time. Dave's coming.
Yes, they loved it.
By the way, I thought it was. I hate to say this because I love the guy, but I thought it was below Steve to throw that murder tweet in. Did you see him?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Like that's you're already ahead. Like when you're ahead, don't. Did you see this, Mike?
He loves
murder tweet.
Did you see what he did about solving murders or no? Well, Mike, it wasn't. It was Kirkman show related.
Yeah.
So don't even.
Are you talking about Stuttering John at all? Because
Do you follow the show on Twitter or no?
No, I'm not familiar.
You used to run this Twitter account with an iron fist.
Yes.
There was something going on where I criticized you or something, Dave. What was it?
Yes. Probably the T-shirt thing.
That actually, no, you said a lot of people were criticizing Cullinane for the.
We'll get to that guy.
Yeah.
So and then I said that sort of like, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of this, and then Steve quote tweeted that he's like, hey, he's probably too busy solving murders. And I'm like, you're already ahead. Like you don't. That's not when you do it. Like just let the goodwill come. This is why people don't like you, and now it becomes. And there was a situation where people dislike both the producers at the same time. I don't want that to happen because then it's so fun.
It won't unless they're both here. I think.
Right. Yeah.
If you bring Steve in full time and Dave is also here, then they'll hate both.
Because right now, if it was an election, Steve would win
easily.
But 3 years ago,
Dave
this
would
time
win.
in a row, everyone's like, "Oh, remember the good times of Cullinane and those 3 weeks and it was so much fun. Meanwhile, I remember no fun during those 3 weeks.
That's the funny thing. If you go back and look at it to compare like the 8 shows that Cullinane was on as opposed to like the 2 years Steve was here.
Which was Dave was dreadful. First of all, Dave, I didn't realize at the time Dave had the whole trauma of the stairs, which I didn't realize.
Oh, that's right.
In framing him,
Fighting through adversity.
He overcame.
Did you ever crawl up? Did you ever like put your bum up stair by stair, or did you?
There were some really scary moments with ice on those steps. Yeah, definitely.
That was in the summer when you filled in.
Yeah, you're right.
July.
That's what I mean. You can't even do it. You can't even.
I think I'd been in that office in the wintertime.
Okay, but I wasn't there.
Yeah. Okay. Stairs stunk.
Why were you there in the
That's all
winter?
that matters. The stairs stunk. They stunk.
He goes to every place in Massachusetts in the wintertime to test out the stairs. Mike. He goes to every single building.
Yeah, he'd be great. That's what the realtors need.
It's like a TikTok. You should do it scary or not scary. And you go up, eat scary, not scary. Scary, not scary.
Well, I'm also afraid of heights a little bit, so that doesn't help.
I'm very afraid of heights, but I would say that doesn't qualify as heights. It's about not even. It's just maybe a story up.
Yeah.
You could get Cullinane to take a strong opinion on anything, and then he'll falter. Like if you said on Friday, like I think Mike's kind of like a serial rapist, Dave would be like, "That's a tough discussion that we have to have." I think you're onto something.
Fuck you, and then be like, "Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe he is." Jeez, who knows? Yeah. So I said the other day, I forget. I don't even care anymore because the moment's already passed. When the moment passes, forget it. But I said that what was the quote I had about the shirts? What was it? Like life's too short to have fun or something?
Short to have fun, yeah.
Okay, and I actually saw some feedback on Twitter, which means we'd sell a few shirts, but I don't really care. So I tweeted about it, and then like 3 days later, I quote tweeted it, and then 2 seconds after the quote tweet, Dave sent me like 8 shirt possibilities. So I'm like, where was it the 3 days in between?
Well, you never really officially asked for it.
You should know by now.
So
the shirts stunk,
much,
by the way.
I knew what your reaction was going to be to all of them anyway, so it doesn't.
This is what I mean. Like,
But you have them. You have them.
Okay, so that's your defense for just shitty shirts. Like, well, I knew you were going to say they suck.
Well, you can.
Who did them?
That's what me. But that's what you need.
Okay,
to
but
do.
they sucked, right?
Yeah, but you would always say that.
Yeah.
But you would always say that, and then you have to go back and forth on them.
Put them out right now to the people. Okay. Tweet them out and see if anybody likes any of those shirts. All right.
Me and Steve would have had this up toot sweet.
Would Steve have them up fast? Yeah.
I usually communicated with the Barstool people, like their art people, and they were pretty good at getting back to you.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Dave's not interested in that.
They don't.
I'll give him your email. I'll give him your email.
They don't love us.
Who doesn't?
Like the Barstool merch.
Oh, they loved me and Steve.
Why don't they love us?
The last time something happened, I forget the email they sent. There was something along the line. It was just a negative connotation to it.
Who did this? Let me read me this email because I'm sure either you're right and I'll be pissed off, or you may be misinterpreting it.
Okay.
Oh, they may have mentioned this in the Christmas card they sent Steve and I.
I never got one.
Yeah, miss you guys.
Yeah, I don't even know who they are.
They were just kind of dicks about low volume of sales of some shirts. So we need to see an improvement to do sales for the next time we do this. Ideally, we need products to sell a certain amount in 2 weeks. We'll leave these until the live show, but I just wanted to flag it. Poor performance.
What terrible shirt was it?
Probably live show stuff.
Oh, well, what do they expect? I don't even know. All right, well, whatever. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Also, what's the difference? They're made to order.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that even...
Costing bandwidth to have it in the store.
That was always my perspective, is like, if it's not costing you to print
forget it. We won't do it. I don't. Believe me, I don't.
Negative,
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me either way. So fine, whatever. The other criticism of Cullinane was obviously the lengthy interview process he has before booking these third people in.
Come on. You know everything's going to be hit or miss with these fucking people.
Well, when they're psychos, it's maybe an issue. I'm just saying going forward.
I thought mostly his like KMS Reloaded Snell thing was like, that was a gimmick and he'd come in and have...
So right away, people were messaging me like, this guy has his old account, which was, I forget, like Skittles or something.
I think Sneakers called in and said it was Brian something.
Yeah. Skittles was his account or something, and it was one of those accounts that was like... And those other guys that hate me and whatever, and they like the same 8, 12, 46 accounts, whatever. I don't even mind those guys. I don't block them anymore. I used to years ago. They could say whatever they want, no problem. When you change your account before you come in, you do all this stuff, and then you're just a big pussy when you... Like, I have no... Like, right away, he had that look on his face. He's like, oh, I'm not going to... I was like, just leave me the fuck alone. Like, oh, the live show, yeah, it'll probably stink. I'm like, well, okay, then get the fuck out of here or shut up. Like, I have no desire to battle with these people. I understand he's been a president and stuff. But like, I don't want to get into battles with people like this. And if we raced somewhere, he'd beat me. And that's a factor in things. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But he's just an absolute piece of shit.
It's weird that he stayed the whole time.
Well, because he thinks he's tough. So I listened with.
He sheepishly sat here and was like, "Well, you told me not to talk." He wasn't a tough guy actor.
No, I think he went on with the Australian idiot who is an idiot, and like just was like he's a psychopath. And I for years resisted the idea that the show attracted more psychopaths than others. And I'm wrong. Like I'm wrong. The show attracts psychopaths. It just does. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I understand my own mental issues, but it's a pretty I don't talk about psychopath stuff really. I don't know why. I'm done with the argument. I'm done. Uncle, I give up. Like we attract psychopaths. Dave, print the shirts. We attract psychopaths.
I'm on that one.
Is that a shirt, Mike, or no?
By August, folks, you too could own one of those.
It'll be done tonight. It'll be done. If Kirk approves it, it'll be done tonight.
We attract psychopaths. It's not even. And Mike will be like, "Yeah, to be true, to be honest, like I don't listen much anymore. But when I did, like I
have a vague memory of a few psychos.
Sorry, Jack Klugman's not on the show. But
that would be great.
Sorry, Lucille Ball's not covered enough. But I don't even, George Burns. But
these are my guys. These are my whack packers.
But I don't even think it can be argued anymore. Like, and I saw some thread between him and Sneakers that I was tagged on this morning. Just one's calling the other. I'm like
a million times.
The fuck is going on?
Block the fucking number and don't tweet about it.
It's a podcast.
Right. But is it that you interact with them? Like both the guys you just mentioned have been in here with you.
But even before that, they were nuts, though.
Oh, sure. But I'm just saying, like the fact that you interact with them shines a light on it more.
Oh, for sure. But even before that, though, before we were doing that, you're like, I'm totally wrong. I was totally wrong. 100. Kirk was wrong. 1,000%. The show attracts lunatics. This guy the other day was as crazy as anybody in the history of civilization. I think he's probably killed 300 people.
I couldn't decide if I respected it or if it annoyed the shit out of me. That after the show, he was like, "Boy, riveting conversation, huh?"
That's just
the balls.
That's just a pussy. Then he deleted it. Then he put it back. I'm just like, you're just a pussy. Like that, and he'll get a big high out of this. But he went on with this Australian guy who I was supposed to go on his show. I told him I'd do it. No chance of that happening now. No.
It's too bad.
Soft landing spot for psychos.
That's where I catch up on the show.
It's true. It's excellent. Yeah. And he went on there. We should thank him, I guess, at some point for helping us out with advertising, but I don't want to start there. Anything jump out to you, Dave? I listened to this. I ran, not as fast as him, but I ran. Yeah. You see he posted on Twitter yesterday. Somebody tweeted this to me. He's like, his time at the end of a triathlon was probably faster than my fastest marathon time. Yes.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, probably. Like, I don't know. What do you want me to say? You run from one spot to another in a shorter amount of time than I would. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Congratulations, I guess. I don't know.
Whenever he got that free merch he was looking for.
Could be. He's also just a passive aggressive pussy.
Well, that's the thing.
I thought that was the gimmick. Like I thought that was the.
Is that
Snell,
funny?
Is it? No, but Snell had this kind of thing going for him. That
Snell
was just kind of
50,000 times the personality
on air, but like he had this like attitude to him that like.
This guy's old account was one of these like total asshole accounts. Like, and that's like then you delete it. You're just a pussy.
I didn't even get if he was doing a Snell thing. It went over my head. I didn't get that.
Oh, he definitely wasn't on the show.
He couldn't speak. Yeah. I mean, he
didn't talk.
Brain dead. Yeah, I know.
But then even when you called him out for like deleting his tweet, he sent a screenshot and it was like. It's a joke, and it's like no, but you deleted. You
deleted it.
Like I don't get. No one's questioning whether or not it was a joke.
Right. And by the way, I listened to him with this guy in here. He's totally humorless. Like no sense of humor at all. I don't even understand.
There's just a lot of rambling. I didn't even like.
He's brain dead. He's fucked up mentally, and I have sympathy for that for most people. I happen not to for him
because
I
heard the condo. Sorry, so I mean, obviously,
totally made up. Yeah. But I mean, still, go ahead. Where do you want to start?
I mean,
I wasn't gonna go in there and just start giving my life story. Like no one wants to hear that. So my plan was I'll go in there, sit there, depending on what the topics are, I would, I had questions that I wanted to ask if there was a relevant time to
Hold on. First of all, they weren't questions. They were just, he hates the show. He complains about the show, which is fine. Just say them. And by the way, if I tell you to shut up and you shut up, that's on you. You have a microphone. Like you're in here.
That's what I didn't get. Why it felt like if after the first Madawaska show, if I was like, Kirk, can I come in today? Right. You know what I mean? Like if I was obligated to be here.
Right.
He's choosing to have sat here the entire time and pouted.
I didn't get it. Go ahead, Dave.
Pretty obviously, Kirk told me he didn't want me to speak the rest of the episode pretty early on, and if you're watching and from being to you, like it wasn't. He wasn't kidding, and I'm not going to be a disrespectful prick and then start like if I then tried to
How many times in this car? You know the whole thing, Dave, or no?
I did, but
how many times do you do like I don't mean I'm not saying like they're assholes, but he just kept doing that over and over. I'm not saying that the show's. I'm not just speak your mind, you fucking pussy.
It's way more disrespectful to come in, barely talk to you, and then afterwards be like, that fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even care about being disrespectful.
No, I know, but he's saying like I wouldn't dare be disrespectful to the program.
He's just a child. That's all. What else?
And it's like honestly, these people want to say like, oh, it's embarrassing. Like I don't give a shit. Like, like
1 second.
I was the condo association president for where I used to live, and
So again, hold on,
regular Morty Seinfeld.
Hold on. Again, when I say this show attracts psychopaths, it just attracts psychopaths.
Like running against Jack Clumpus.
You know what it's like to really. I've been in situations in my life where I've been in the heat, like in the middle of it, but never have I ever been a condo association president.
It's very difficult.
That's that is
rigorous election.
That is when you have dinner with your back against the wall, because at least that's one less. You could get shot at any time. Like I always say, Kennedy was a sitting duck in Dallas that day. This was a turkey shoot all the time for him. Like I have to imagine he never went out alone. I remember the only thing I spoke to him about off the air before the show started. Did you even hear it or no?
No.
Was he told me that he and the condo association vice president never flew together. They
that's
never
good.
flew anywhere together.
That would make me feel safe as a resident.
That's just better, because then it gets to the set. What's like the guy at 6A was a designated survivor that time, right. And then it becomes a whole fucking thing. Like, and then it becomes, well, are we going to plow in the winter or not? Who's paying for that?
Yeah,
there are real repairs on this roof on Unit 8. Am I supposed to pay for that? No. Is it me? I don't mean like that. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful, but who's to say?
There are instances where having no confidence is a nice thing, because it would never dawn on me to be like, I mean, guys, say what you want about me. I was condo association president.
Well, here's the thing.
So
I like you. I've enjoyed your time here on the show.
Thank you.
You'd never be condo association.
I don't have what it takes.
Even you saying it makes me want to smack
I know, it's silly of me.
I don't think any of us here are condo association. The late Peter Minihane.
Dave could be, I feel.
No, he's too wishy-washy.
He could be a puppet in a.
Yeah, right. He could be a regime. Yeah, right. He could, exactly.
A figurehead.
He could be like the movie Dave, where somebody dies and if he looks like somebody, he could take over. I could see that. That's a movie Dave too.
Right.
Where Cullinane is the condo association president. My dad they had a place in Maine that was a townhouse. He had for a while they had he was the condo association treasurer, because he'd been financed his whole life, and he said it was like worse than anything, because you do have people bitching and moaning. I remember making fun of him at the time, but now I know. Like, this guy being president, I have to think is almost like Mandela at some point. I imagine he was. Well, I can't imagine he was ever taken out in handcuffs, but I would think there had to be points where it was extremely stressful. I want to let him tell the story.
Long story short, I was on the phone with my mom. She thought I was going to kill myself. She called the police, and I was taken out in handcuffs in front of all my fucking neighbors that I was the condo president for, in front of them. So
Is that the president?
I remember Lincoln had a similar story, I think.
I remember Mom telling the story of when she was in grammar school, and they told her that the president, Kennedy, had been shot and killed, and the their class president was not in school that day. They thought it was him. And that must have been like for those people. Think of those condos, like that guy's just the condo association guy, Jack, in 14. Walking out there to water the plants,
yeah,
and you see the president being let out in handcuffs you must think there's some major financial scandal.
Well, I think this was right after Jim Pelletier ran through the pool area with sneakers on. So it's not like there was no reason for concern.
Maybe there was a real coup going on with power. That vice president could have been a condo. So again, when I say the show attracts psychopaths, the feedback from the Minifans on social media, which can be, this guy took a beating, deservedly so took a beating. Which he says is not a big deal. And he says, but I think it's a big deal, but it's not a big deal, but it can be a big deal. Which was large. Meant nothing to this man. Because he sat in the seat of condo association president.
I got Miriam Greenbaum's vote.
He did this with a gavel. We are now going to have the conversation. Are we hiring a new landscaper? So saith.
You don't know what it's like to whip those condo residents' votes.
It's not. This guy went door to door.
It's like Spacey.
Election night must have been unbelievable. I wonder if it was like a Bush Gore thing for like 4 months.
The condo's currently a rudderless ship right now.
We are raising, I'm going to say it right now, we are raising the HOA $20 a month.
What's kind of sad if you think about this guy is like he'll listen to this and be like, "Oh, that was real funny." The thing they did.
I mean, I get what they're doing, but you know what? You know what the show did? You know what? I brought these guys buzz for a couple of shows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Buzz.
This is one thing. There's one thing I need, you idiot, is buzz.
Like, do you not hear yourself? I was Condo
loser.
Association president.
You guys see Mr. President this morning? He was running outside super fast. I bet you he runs all the time.
Oh, there was a big recycling scandal, though. That almost got him out of office.
Must be why he got arrested. You know, that must be why his mom's really concerned for his mental health. It's probably because he's Condo Association president.
The stress is getting to you.
We should talk to a Condo Association president at some point, Dave. We could have the other day. I didn't realize the ins and outs. Go ahead, though.
Right.
Mr. President, please continue.
Honestly, I couldn't be more humiliated than I was at that point in my life. So, like,
I like the idea that, like, in this guy's mind, in Brian's mind, that, like, the police were called. And look, I've been in a similar situation where I've been wellness checks and I've been taken to the hospital, right?
Sure.
Never in handcuffs, by the way. I have a feeling something else is going on there. Like, they're here for you. Like, unless you're resisting, I don't know what's going on. I have sympathy for almost anybody. I don't have particular sympathy for him, but for most people going through these things. But I like the idea that he thinks that everybody in the condo is outside watching him get, like, were people doing anything that day or no? I don't understand.
There he goes, Mr. President.
Today, I announce I'm resigning my position as Condo Association president.
I am not a crook.
I am not a crook. Go ahead, Mr. President.
you guys can have your fun. Like, I
Okay, we will.
Yeah, have your fun.
Have your fun. By the way, does the guy seem to you, Dave, super humorless?
Oh yes,
People like that.
No.
Like, he loves it. But I mean, why listen to the show?
I don't
I don't even get it. I don't even get it. Stop listening if it makes you feel, or listen. Because a couple times like, oh, I really like the show. Well, why? I don't want you to like the show. You suck.
Well, you would think too.
Also, by the way, I'll say it right now. You are a lousy condo president. You fucking sucked at it.
But you would think, like, when Obama got out of office, he's out hanging with celebrities and he's working with Netflix.
Springsteen,
And he's
yeah.
guy's having fun. You would think now the tension would be off this guy, you know?
He
doesn't have to deal with
never got over the CD, Mike. That's a chlorine debate over the pool chlorine level.
These pH levels are ridiculous.
We need to hire a full-time lifeguard for the pool. I'll resign if it doesn't happen. I'll resign by noon tomorrow. I like the idea, right? The president's always write a letter for the next president.
Yes.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
You have his handcuffs. He's like, 1 second, I need to write my letter. Like, and the people are like, you know what? Give him 5
Well,
minutes.
of course.
And the officer's like, you know what? For history, we need him to do this.
Shame on us.
Is there somewhere in America, as there almost is for all of these things, a Condo Association presidential museum? Because I wouldn't mind seeing if he has some of his artifacts.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I feel like that should happen. Condo Association president.
The pen that he wrote that letter with goes in there.
The handcuffs. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
we never would have got like the good content of people making fun of me. And there's also like, it was already bad, so it couldn't really get worse.
How long were these
It's like,
meetings, by the way,
like-
with this guy? How long were the condo meetings with this lunatic?
Well, that's the thing with this guy. He was known for his filibusters. So God
he
knows
could
when
go-
they would
he'd go
end.
forever,
Yeah.
You go on the treadmill and just run the whole time. You could just stare at him. Go ahead, Mr. President. Anything else, Dave, from him?
Was he talking about this show? It's already so bad. How could it get worse or something? Is that what he's saying?
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know.
His appearance was the answer.
I
Apparently.
thought it was a lot of same nothing. I did find it amazing that he takes credit.
Well, don't give. Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't believe him?
I mean, I wasn't there, I guess.
I tell you, I
so-
talked to Erica last night, and she said absolutely 10,000%. Thank him, and I sent him a check. You got to remember, by the way, like you're. I don't mean to call you stupid, but like you understand how these ex-presidents wield power.
Yeah.
I mean, they get put on boards. They get things done.
Right.
Right.
So some random guy, calls and says, "Hey, but then this is a president talking. President Skittles calling. Then you say, "Well, This is different. You know, President Snell.
Sure.
This guy is way crazier than the other Snell.
I think I think this whole arrest thing was a frame job because he was going to run for another term and they weren't going to have that. That might be part of the issue.
Oh, you think that was it?
Get him out of office. Yeah.
You think his mom was involved in that?
It's certainly possible. I don't see why not.
There's no way this guy lives by himself somewhere. Like, it's not possible. There's no way. Society can't allow that.
Well, he lives in a community.
Well, I believe he thinks he's president of it. I'm not denying that. Yeah. Go ahead.
I got him in touch with like the head of.
Oh, hold on. This is after saying how much he likes Steve, right?
Yes. Yeah.
He loves Steve. The show is better with Steve.
Yep.
He said in here, and listen, I love this guy. He's my brother. This guy said that Jared Carabas added length and like intellectual heft to the show.
This is where
to which point he should be stripped of his presidency. Like that's a no-go.
But not even then. This is where I would like get hung up with when Sneakers would throw things out there. I thought this while I was listening to the episode. Like he said, like, oh, when Jared was on, I like those episodes. Jared was on, if you count him up, 15 times?
Probably? No, more than that. Oh,
30?
No, probably 50 times.
50? Yeah, that's what, 1% of the shows you've done? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he was great. I mean,
sure, I like Jared a lot, but I'm saying, like, percentage-wise, that means you're not a fan of the show.
That was just his way of saying he hates the Friday guests and I want the regulars.
No, he's a Republican, and he likes it better when Steve was here talking about Republican stuff. That's all. Like, Steve's definitely funded this guy's campaign, this president. There's no question.
Right.
Steve was the real calling the shots. You don't think Steve has something to do with it? Of course he does.
Well, of course.
That's a Robinson operation all the way.
What Steve's always wanted to do.
I've ever heard of it. Yeah.
Operate from behind the scenes.
Jesus.
But you know what I mean? Even someone who's like heavily, like, if you said, I only listen when Justin was on, it's like, well, that's a pretty small percentage of episodes.
For
if you think about it, you know? So it's like, were you ever really a fan then?
Like,
What does
just
that
wants
mean?
him to say him or something? I don't know what he's saying.
Of course.
No, the opposite.
Absolutely,
The opposite. What I'm saying is, if you say any one guest host,
if you say anybody
that's a
else
small
other
percentage.
than me, it's just silly. It's
Right.
dumb. The show is it's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. But he liked it better when it was Steve and Jared, which I would listen to that show. If I'm being honest.
There's many combinations.
I would listen to that show.
That'd be a great show.
That's one of my former trivia teams.
Right.
That's true.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy is responsible for. And by the way, Portnoy's on his deathbed, which I told people years ago was going to happen.
Yes.
When he dies, there's a new El Pres in town, El Condo Pres, and he's going to probably take over, given the amount of money he's brought into the company.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
The guy that does partnerships for podcasts with BetterHelp, and Steve like basically blew off the email. I had to like then reply back like, sorry, Steve, didn't respond. It was back when they were at the Super Bowl. I have the email, and then Steve eventually did respond, but never once like thanked me or whatever, which I wasn't really looking for. Thank you.
That's what he did the whole time. Like, never really thanked me. I wasn't really looking for it. Like, he kept doing it. Yes, you were. And like, you have nothing to do with Better. He is basically taking credit for BetterHelp going to Barstool.
The largest podcasting advertiser
in the world.
on the planet.
But more than the next 5 put together.
Yeah. Also, I mean, can I just say
that is almost as crazy as the Condo President stuff.
I emailed him while he was at the Super Bowl, while COVID was breaking out, by the way. And he eventually got back to me. That's pretty good.
Well, it's also just, like, you look at that, you're like, leave me alone, you psycho. And Steve was busy. He had a whole other operation going that week, if you remember. He had this whole fucking Elias thing going. So he had
big fish to fry.
He had a lot going on. This idea that he's like, and I think he says at the end, right? Dave was like, go ahead.
But it was like, I actually got them in touch with the guy at BetterHelp, and then didn't hear anything. 6 months later, all of Barstool has a fucking.
So hold on. So hold on. He reached out to Steve, heard nothing, and then 180 days later, voila! I mean, just stop and listen to yourself. Please listen to yourself. You're a fucking lunatic.
Steve, it's Erica. Erica, it's Steve. Yeah. 2 words for you. BetterHelp. It doesn't matter where I heard it. Move on, you dumb broad.
Unbelievable. Nuts. Just nuts. The poor guy's crazy. But he believes it. And this is where hate and anger like boils up, I think. And this is why guys get accounts like this, where they just professional, because they think, I don't know why. One of them is one of those guys who didn't get an internship. Like, they're just nuts. They're all nuts. It's fine, but they're all crazy. Who knows?
I like Clancy going through in his ads. Like, well, BetterHelp, where'd this come from? Don't worry about it, Kevin. Move on.
Read it, stupid. Believe me.
Read the words.
Anything else with that guy or no?
No, I thought Menners was absurd in this too.
Pathetic.
Like,
just pathetic.
You just weren't in a mood to mess around. Apparently, you just weren't in a mood on Friday.
Who, me?
You. That was his argument. You just weren't in the mood to mess around.
You heard him for an hour. Does he look like he's playful? You idiot.
Not particularly.
And I reached out to him like, yeah, we're like, don't, I'm not soft landing spots. It's just not for me. Like I'm keep doing your show. I appreciate you listening and everything, and good luck going forward. But I will never appear on that show. 0.0 chance. None. Well, if you none. In fact, I'd appreciate if you deleted our previous appearance on there.
If you go back to the beginning, before you knew, like, realized who he was or whatever, or maybe you knew going in, I don't know. Yeah. But he was like the thing where he said about the free advertising on the shirt, that was weird. And it seemed like not playful at all and kind of
not at all. Well, I walked in, and the other guy I thought was great. Actually, he was good.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'd bring him in again. He had a good sense of humor. He had a good energy. He was kind of like a dumber, if possible, Montante. That kind of thing. Like, if you can be dumber than Montante.
Sure.
And then the other guy just had this look on his face like a tight ass the whole time. Like right away. Forget like after that. Like, and I'm like, well, all right, if you're gonna come in here and like do your thing where you're not gonna say anything and like professionally hate the show, like there's no, if you're not gonna be playful or humor or even combative, then I'm not gonna pay attention to you. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Was he like that before the show? Like, was he talking at all?
No, I think I just introduced myself, but he wasn't talking. Like Nick and I were having a conversation, but he wasn't really a part of it.
Okay, yeah. So it's not like he completely changed once.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So anyway, who knows? What else?
So I guess I need like a background check to book these Friday.
Just to figure out the guy to find out if they have some sense of humor. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, at least he listens to the show, I guess. Who knows?
That is true.
What else?
So tonight, the dozen, right?
Tonight's a dozen.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Okay. And a new enemy emerges, you said.
Yes. I wonder how much that'll be on air or not. I'll be curious about that.
Oh, you think they might cut off?
Not even that. I just don't know how much of it was actually during the competition versus after.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how much of her, like attitude will bleed out to the program. I don't know that. So
now, I never know how to read Jeff D. when he tweets like, after you guys lose on Wednesday or whatever.
Who's to say?
I don't know how to read this guy. Is he having fun? Is he uptight? I don't know.
Like Jeff, I'm not going to say. I won't spoil anything. I will say when I was in there in New York, I think I said this last week. There were 30 signs that said don't put. I don't know. Did you see them, Dave? They're all over the place. Don't spoil.
Yep.
And Jersey Jerry was not in the office last week. Probably
Thank
not.
God.
Probably honestly not a coincidence. I'm sure. If we win, Dave, do you still want to do that thing or no?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. I didn't know if you had made any progress on that.
Yeah. Well, I told you about the one the other day that I'd like. I think it's just
well, if we win, we'll talk about it. If we lose, we don't have to worry about it. That's what I would say.
Yep.
If we go to Chicago next week, are you going to go to Chicago or no?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Weren't really invited, but all right.
Who's that? Dave?
Yeah.
No, certainly not.
He's just like, yeah, I'll go.
He's going to add to it. Yes, we play Arian Foster, Big T, and
starts with an M.
Madeline, right? Am I right, Dave, or no?
No, isn't it? Isn't her name Gia or something?
Oh, no, that's somebody else.
That's somebody else?
Yeah, I forget her name. So whatever. She's a producer of that Macrodosing podcast. So we play them tonight. I think it's the second match.
Yes.
Yeah. So pay attention, Minna fans. It's a big one. Big playoff matchup. My reputation is essentially on the line here. If I win this one, I can breathe a little bit. And then I don't know when the next one is after. Probably it can't be that much because it's next week is the semifinals and the finals.
Yep.
Right.
Would you say this tension that builds tonight is because they had no idea who you were, or they had
they definitely knew
preconceived notion?
Arian Foster, professional athletes, don't know anything, but like the other two, Big T definitely does. I played mini golf. He was in
right. I'm asking, like, were they ready for a fight, or was it like, where the fuck is this coming from?
I think they wanted to hate me.
Okay,
that's what I was my take, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Also in front of the whole office, maybe showing off a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Obnoxious, but anyway. What else?
There was something funny I mentioned to Mike before the show about this guy who just wins a bet and gets a job at Barstool, and meanwhile Mutt just got fucking bludgeoned last week.
That guy brought something to the table on social media.
Yeah,
he just did. Like, I don't know what, I know, I'm sure Portnoy's fascinated with the EEI schedule on Memorial Day.
But I didn't care for when Dave responded with a yawning gif or whatever he did. I didn't like that.
Yeah. Well, I saw Ordway tweet about it. I saw Chad Finn. I didn't see Mutt tweet about the schedule. So did I have that?
No, I didn't see it at all.
No, I didn't either. So congratulations to those guys. They were on top. Did you see the thing essentially about Finn?
By the way, it was also 20 minutes after Finn did it. So
was it really? Oh, was it before?
And we can't trust Mutt after the Big A thing.
Oh,
horrible.
I thought he was first. He wasn't first?
It was like 20 minutes after Chad Finn. Yeah, it was very dangerous.
Oh, God. Did you see that? thing I sent you though about Finn?
Oh yeah, him just writing an article raving about the TNT crew.
So Finn writes a story yesterday saying what a great job Kevin Harlan did at the end of the Game 6 with was it Williams? No. Who had the putback to win the game?
Derek White.
Derek White, sorry. To win the game. And I saw a tweet of this from like 2 days before. Somebody sent me this. Like 2 days before, like somebody tweeted him like, what a terrible job by the TNT crew at the end of the game. He's like, agreed.
Yeah, rough. What the hell?
Yeah, rough. Yeah. Like, oh, so Harlan would talk to you so you change the narrative because you don't care about fucking things. It's just unbelievable. I blame this loss last night, which I predicted, totally on Tatum. That's Deuce Tatum. That's why I blame the loss.
Really?
Yes.
That's a lot of weight on the kid's shoulders.
Well, look, he's a public figure.
I suppose that's
everyone
true.
kisses his ass.
Yeah.
Does this mean that Anna Horford will never be on my Twitter timeline again? If that's the case,
No.
then thank God.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't think so.
I know if Al's going to finally get out of our lives or not. Jesus Christ, leave me alone.
I had a hot sports take from Mike on the car ride in here,
Oh,
actually.
go ahead.
I don't remember it.
So, what's his name? Why am I blanking on his Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen
He's
Brown.
going to get a Supermax contract, or is supposed to.
Correct.
I've never seen anybody in sports who has a guaranteed boatload of money coming their way fuck it up as bad as he fucked it up
He's
last.
still going to get it.
He shouldn't.
Okay, but he didn't fuck it up, though. He's going to get it.
All angles of his game.
That's a hot take. Ouch.
I know, but he's going to get it.
How many turnovers? Did he have
I think
double-digit
it's
turnovers?
7 or 8, I think, at least, right?
Fucking nuts.
Yeah. But he's going to get it, though.
It was still a good sports take, though.
No.
Yeah, it was a good take.
I'll give you the take if you want it. People aren't going to like hearing it.
Yeah.
The Celtics aren't going to do anything. They're not going to fire this guy.
Probably not.
They're not going to get rid of these two. It makes no sense. And can somebody take Ordway's phone away while he's fucking in Greece, please? Jesus Christ. He's bludgeoning my time with stupid tweets. They're going to keep the two of these guys. They'll add somebody. They might get rid of like Marcus Smart or somebody. And they're going to hire some experienced former head coach to sit next to Missoula and babysit him. That's it. That's all they're going to do. Because I don't want to spend too much time on this. But what are you going to do? Get rid of one of these two guys and then start over, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, and they're both so young. It's not
there's
that
no
crazy.
chance. Like, do I think they're going to win the championship? No, but fucking nobody wins it. It's one. It's not going to happen. So that's it. Would you rather get rid of one of these guys and maybe suck, or keep the two? They were in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. They're in the finals last year. There's no way they're going to get rid of one. None. And the last couple of days have been the worst of Twitter. Overreactive. They make these comebacks. Overreactive after last night. It's just it's people like, oh, they watched when they were down 3-0. Missoula, who's an idiot, showed them the Red Sox 30 for 30 from 2004. Yeah. Oh, that's why White. That's why when Smart missed a shot, it went right into White's hands. And like, what? And that's why they lost that. What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
you fucking children believing these narratives. The beat writers are all children. They all make shit up.
It's just too bad we don't have Kurt Schilling here to help us out during that time.
Oh, we can't do it. Can't do it. I'm with Tomasi on that. Who literally cried in the sensitivity training meeting. Tomasi, that fat blob of shit, cried.
That's good though.
He said-
It was working on.
He's like, I can't. We can't even talk about Kurt Schilling. Like the idea, like why they have to? What does one have to do with the other? Because they came back from 3-0, 18, 19. Who gives a shit?
Do you think if you
God, I
walked-
hate narratives like that.
Do you think if you walked around Boston and you said, "What's your memory of Kurt Schilling?" Like, how many of those people would say a fucking saying on a T-shirt? How many people would say that?
Not many, but I think if you asked 100, like I don't think he would have a super high favorable rating. I think some people are like, oh, he's an asshole. He did 38 studios. He's kind of a blowhard. Some people would say that.
Yeah, that's
Way
the
more-
average person would
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Red
38
Sox.
studios.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but it wouldn't be like 98%.
No,
people.
no.
There are people who don't like him.
Yeah, he was a
but
controversial
But
figure.
so what? Like,
Very inspiring time, though. Very inspiring.
What's that?
To be from his area. Every poll was just go Schilling, go. It was a great time to be a Red Sox fan.
every poll?
Every poll.
What poll?
Right down 109. Everywhere you went, there were banners and posters up. Go Schill, go.
Every
We're
poll?
so proud of you. Every light poll. Yep.
Every single one?
Every
That is
single
definitely
one.
not true.
All the way then down to the VFW Parkway.
Does anybody believe that, Mike?
He doesn't have a good guy running his condo association.
definitely
This
not
place is a mess.
I was going on great with Schilling. Like I have no issues. I don't. So what? So Schilling, like Schilling joked around about like these people, these journalists. Shaughnessy's like, he really means they're gonna hang us. Like, shut the fuck up, pussy.
But like Tomasi's point was like, oh, Schilling would be celebrated right now. I don't even know if that's true.
And why?
Would basketball fans in 2023 be
No.
like, oh, let's get Kurt Schilling out here?
No, meanwhile, he's the biggest. He's the biggest reason why they won that fucking World Series. But like, or whatever, the 3, whatever. But like, so what? Right. So a basketball team 19 years later, like it doesn't. What does that have to do with anything? I don't even get it.
Right.
And no one except for Tomasi, whose brain is warped because Trump won an election, is thinking that. Like no one's Schilling. By the way, he's basically like just gone away.
Yeah, he's irrelevant.
I think purposely. Like,
Playing with like model trains on the internet for
he's
5 years.
buying Nazi
every
dolls.
night.
Like, let him do it. Whatever. I don't care. Who cares? These people are fucking babies. Every time I swing on, like, the extreme right has become bigger. Then I see something like that. I'm like, oh, that's right. The extreme left are a bunch of fucking pussies too.
Sure.
God, Tomasi's a child. Jesus, just a baby, just a piece of shit. Oish. But yeah, tough loss for the Celtics. And yeah, I know Missoula said they have fun before the game. I guess they didn't. I don't know. Who knows? I figure that's why. I figured they'd win at that point. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, what else? But I do blame the Deuce Tatum is why they lost.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, no question.
Interesting.
No question. Absolutely.
That's something to work on for next time.
Absolutely hammered.
An easy scapegoat.
Absolutely hammered at the game last night. My sources tell me blasted at the game last night.
That's what happens to a lot of these kids. Like, talk to Corey Feldman.
Drew Barrymore. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, booger sugar like you read about. What else, Dave?
They did not address anything having to do with Fred Toucher on today's morning.
So this is weird. This is really really weird.
Yeah.
So
I'd say not an act anymore. Is that fair?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, but also still right. So Freddie the other night tweets out that he wanted to die or something.
I want to die, baby.
Right. And then anybody else wanted to feel that way or something,
Yeah.
which got deleted.
Yes.
So he does that, and there's a lot of social media stuff. And then he took a picture of himself in the ambulance on Instagram.
Yes.
Which is weird. I've been in that situation. Like, I'm not looking to take pictures of myself at that point, which is not to say that, I'm not saying he's acting. I'm saying he's going through a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
I'm guessing somebody in his life has control of his Twitter account and got rid of those tweets or something.
I would say, yeah, the Instagram was deleted as well.
Yeah.
The picture,
so, I mean, I know for me, like, when you go away to these places, you don't have, depending on where you are, you have limited access to your phone during the day. Okay. So I don't know. Sometimes you have more than that. Sometimes you have none of it. So I imagine Fred's somewhere right now getting some help. Good job by Chad Finn. Again, like, I know it's uncomfortable to write about, but when something like this happens with the number one morning host in America, like in a local market, and he puts on social media, it's in public, like, it's your job to report that. I understand it's uncomfortable. I understand Kevin Harlan.
Why is it that uncomfortable?
Well, it's an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, but it's not uncomfortable for a reporter to say. Even you don't have to say he's suicidal or make any rash judgments.
I'm saying it's an uncomfortable thing. Like, it's not writing about Kevin Harlan is what I'm saying.
Sure.
It's outside of what he wants. It's outside of what he wants to do.
No, but he's also like,
it makes him uncomfortable. I'm saying. I'm not saying he shouldn't do it. Of course he should. He would do it if it was me.
Yeah.
Right.
So you should do it. He didn't, of course. Now Kevin Harlan had a great call at the end, which, by the way, if you watch, is a fucking terrible call. But who cares anyway? So he doesn't write about it. Nobody knows about it. And so I didn't even know. I mean, I assumed he wouldn't be there today. Yeah. So when I said the other day, like, you have to pick Rich going forward, even though it's like, this is why.
Right.
And look, I'm saying it. Like, and I've had my own issues. Like, you can't choose Fred. You just can't. Like, I'm not weaponizing anything against him. It's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah, but you also can't really fire him now based off of, like, after what happened this weekend.
His contract's up. They just don't have to
like
resign him.
Supporting him. Yeah, but even his contract being up, the ratings they do, even if they don't re-sign him, it just looks bad. From a corporate standpoint,
they'll let it look bad then. Like, I don't think they're going to
What company are they? Oh, they're
Beasley.
Yeah. You can do Beasley.com. They give him his own show. Pretend he has his own show there for a couple months so he can get kicked out.
That's an interesting strategy, actually.
They'll have a whole Beasley list of athletes they can have during the day.
He's in a Walgreens.
Yeah, Fred doesn't read books anyway. Yeah. It's very strange, and honestly, like, we're the only ones talking about it.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's just, like, I'll say this about Jerry. Like, I mean, he'll do what manager tells him to do, but if they didn't tell him, he would at least talk about it today.
Yeah. And, well, what's weird about it, because we've said so many times over, just talking about, like, Greg Hill or whatever, where I'm like, I used to think about sports talk radio every day, and now I don't think about EEI ever. Right. Where this is the first time I've had, like, friends texting me, like, oh, did you see what fucking Fred Toucher is doing? It's the first time in probably 2 years anyone's given a shit about radio.
Right.
That I can think of.
Oh, for sure. When I was at a thing with Andy Knoll at the golf tournament a few weeks ago, and a couple of guys came up to me and asked me about it. Which nobody's asked me about sport, about anything at all. Even Maddie, nobody asked me about that.
Right.
And I was like, I legitimately don't know. I think these guys hate each other. So it was Rich and who? It
was back to the crew that was there.
It was a huge show for them today. Like, it's a massive day. I mean, after the Celtics game, huge cume.
Was that Saturday night when he tweeted that? It was Saturday night.
I don't know. It was over it was over
Friday or Saturday. Yeah.
It was over the holiday weekend. I know that.
Yeah. I was in the hospital when I saw it, I think, so that must have been there.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I know.
Why were you in the hospital?
We had a bouncy house accident, so yeah.
Those things are dangerous. Yeah. Who got hurt?
Chase.
Really? Yeah. I thought you said your dad. What happened to Chase?
Probably like something with his arm. It ended up healing on its
I'm sure that's what happened. Yeah, I'm sure that's how he hurt his arm.
It was.
Yeah, right. Of course. Yeah. Sure. Yeah,
stretching out to get something.
What happened? So what was the diagnosis?
I don't.
Are you an protective scent go
No,
to the
my
emergency
wife
room?
is. My wife.
You go a
is.
lot. Ooh, that's a red flag for that hospital.
I didn't.
Red flag for those doctors.
A bubble boy.
I understood it. Everybody was concerned. He wasn't using his arm whatsoever for 6 hours.
Right.
And then
So
wakes up in the middle of the night in pain.
Okay.
Yep. So
nothing was broken.
nothing was broken. No.
Well, that
He
Fred
just,
thing
like-
wasn't. That Fred thing wasn't in the middle of the night, though.
I didn't see it until it was like I got there at 9:45, so maybe not the middle of the night. He
doesn't
goes,
feel
he
like
goes
the
to bed
middle
at 7. He goes to bed at 7.
It's still not the middle of the
All
night.
right, fuck it. It was 7.
I lied about the whole thing. His arm is fine.
I have no
damn it.
son.
I got to the hospital.
I live alone.
8 o'clock.
There were no roommates.
I've never been with a woman. Is that what you want to hear? Damn it!
But my teacher showed me her vagina.
Oh, don't mind
I'll
that.
die on that. Day.
Anything but
I'll
that.
die on that. Day.
She wore gloves at the massage party. But other than that, it's all
Sir.
been a lie.
Sir, there's an emergency room, but we close in the middle of the night. It's 9:45. I'm sorry. We're closed.
Take your injury elsewhere, Buster.
What are you doing here in the middle of the night, you madman? It's nearly 10 o'clock. Okay, so what did they say?
I didn't get home till 2.
X-rays or no?
X-rays done.
Yeah.
No
This happened to
problems in
Harry
the
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Well, wait. He was like 2, yeah.
Yeah, no problems in the X-rays. They just wanted to know, like, how do you describe that? But
Yeah, just
they
whatever,
wanted
range
to
of
do that.
motion
He
or
wouldn't do it. It hurt so bad. He wouldn't do it. He's being a sissy.
So, well, he was not being a
Attaboy. That's what you.
So what did they say?
They just said they tried that method, and then they said go home, wait it out. If it's still
Worse
bothering
or,
tomorrow, call. But yeah,
He's okay now?
hurt a little bit the next day, but he seems to be fine now. So yeah.
He knows not to take Jack's toys anymore.
That's true. Exactly. You Jack had a brawl in that bouncy house. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I would guess Fred will be gone for a while. I fucking have no idea. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, it's also like the radio in the summer. I remember everyone was always off.
That's
the
what I said.
Like
That's-
no one will notice.
That's why I said,
you know.
that's why I said keep him off till September initially. Nobody notices anyway. Does the average day in day out touching rituals have any fucking idea what's going on? Who's not on Twitter?
I'd imagine they have to now, right?
I mean, I think that if we've said on this show that that's the only show in the market that has like a fan base that's active on social media.
Rich is not tweeting anything.
No.
I looked this. What has happened this
So
weekend?
weird, yeah.
No,
Yes,
but then they go and they find basically the content that you're doing and see what's going on. I would assume.
No, I'm saying the guy who like is on social media at all, drives into work every day, listens to Touch and Rich. Do they have any fucking I know Fred's not there a lot, but do they have any idea what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not, I guess you must not. Because
must be
why
like,
would
why-
you? They're not talking about it
Did
at
he
all.
leave the show? Why was he back for a week? Like what? I remember Mutt, who's an idiot, was like, oh, it's money. They'll settle things. Yeah, this came. How long was Fred back for? A week and a half?
Oh yeah, I don't even know
Like
if it was
it's
that
not.
long.
This is not gonna end like well. It's not gonna end like it's just not.
Yeah.
So figure it out. My guy Rick Radzik's got to stop calling me Rick, asking me if I want to come back to radio. Figure it out.
Kirk and Rich.
Oh, of course. What else, Dave?
I'm sure this Little Mermaid review saying it needs more kink really interests you topic wise.
That's my friend Wesley Morris, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was never a Globe guy, was he?
He was.
Okay.
Yeah. It probably could. I don't want to watch it.
Sure.
Like, what kind of kink would you want in there, Dave?
I don't know. Wasn't the Little Mermaid the original one? Isn't it the one where they say like take off your clothes, or is that Aladdin?
I don't know which one that was.
Oh,
You don't remember that? You don't
Sounds
remember
very
some of that
sexy.
stuff?
They said that in that shit? Really?
It was like almost like it was an editing mistake, but then in the real movie it got out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't see this movie over the weekend, but I don't know. It was always a little risque. I always had a little bit of an attraction to Ariel myself, actually.
Is she like 5 or something?
Risque.
Oh,
No,
was
she's-
young.
How old is she?
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Well, I was young when I consumed
Yeah, I
that
understand.
product.
I
Yeah.
understand.
She's wearing a bikini top.
Oh, of course, Mike. Yeah.
That's older than 5, right?
I don't. Well, she's swimming.
Sluts.
She's swimming. How did she get the bikini anyway? I'm confused. I don't think I've ever seen The Little Mermaid.
Oh, really?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I don't think Kate ever wanted to see it. What's going on there?
I kind of forget, but she just wanted to be a normal, regular girl.
So
I
she's
think,
a
or
full-time
something like that.
mermaid,
Yeah.
and then she just wanted to be like a person. It's like
Person,
Splash.
so she had to
almost.
find true love, right?
Oh,
To become a regular
Does she
person. Mike,
get
does
knocked-
that ring a bell?
Does she get knocked out and some guy has to make out with her like the other Disney movies?
She
and
fucks the
everything?
lobster, if I recall. She
does? Oh,
the
that's
crab,
kinky.
whatever he
That's
is.
pretty kinky.
Yeah.
What do they want? Like anal or something? Well, how kinky can you get? Like shit on her or something? What are we going to do with this movie? I'm confused.
Very strange. I was wondering if he meant, like, is there another definition of the word kink?
There may be.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he won't come on and discuss it with us.
No, I'm sure he
Did Dan Rapport ever reach back out to
He
you?
did not.
He really did?
No, he did not.
Jesus
I mean, that should be against company policy.
I saw he had a column up this weekend. Let me see. He wrote a block thing. He wrote a block, sort of like he does like a weekly recap thing.
Yep.
about golf, which is fine if you're a golf fan. He talks about Blocky, and he's like, which, again, I saw he pointed this out to me on Twitter, which I did not spend enough time on. Colleen's like, is that how you pronounce his name, Blocky?
Well, I saw his name enough, but I was like, then I heard you do it. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe
It's
it is.
Block.
Oh, yeah, that makes no fucking sense. Why did I say that? Maybe in my head,
Well, you were, of course, going with the French pronunciation.
I thought there was an E at the end. In my head, when you're talking about it, I thought there was an E at the end.
I think he kept doing that with one of the case people. Who was it?
Walsh.
Walsh, yeah.
Walshy.
Yeah.
So, okay, anyway. He writes at the end of it, this whole thing about Block. The good news is golf Twitter is not real life, and the vast majority of people still think warm and fuzzy thoughts when they hear Michael Block's name. Yes. The same is true for Rory McIlroy. But the quick flip from the online community made me, for lack of a better word, a bit sad. Dan, why the long face today, buddy? I don't want to talk about it. No, come on. There must be something really serious happening. Is something happened to one of your parents, or are you feeling okay? No, man, it's okay. We could talk about it later. No, this is me. It's Riggs. Like, come on. What's the sitch here? What's going on, buddy? It's just the Block stuff. I understand.
Well, to be fair, he said it just a bit sad, so he's probably like, I'll get over it. I'll be fine.
Really, though?
Yeah.
Does somebody get over it? You don't seem that sad, but you do seem a bit sad.
I'll tell you the truth, I am a bit sad.
It's just the unlike me. They flipped on Michael Block. You mean like they did with Rory McIlroy? Exactly. Now I'm a bit sad.
Yeah, we're going to have to pick a new condo president. It's a whole life is just a disaster.
A bit sad. I just picture like just a bit sad. Why aren't you crying? I'm just a bit sad. Oh, I get it.
I'm not going to kill myself, but I'm close.
I may cut myself, though. A bit sad. Because Michael Block tried to be a total fucking phony. Oh, jeez. Anyway, what else?
Did you read this USA Today column going at, what's her name? Enemy of Barstool Sports, actually. Sam Ponder. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's brave. Book Riley Gaines. Oh, why she talk? Oh, yeah. So she said, Sam Ponder essentially said,
She supported Riley Gaines.
Riley Gaines. And I completely agree with her. I didn't read the column, but I'm saying if her contention is that Riley Gaines should not, that Leah Thomas type should not compete against.
Correct. That's it.
I happen to agree with her. Is that all she said?
That's all she did. And then this USA Today columnist just kind of bludgeoned.
Who was
her in
that?
the column. That was Nancy Armour. Yeah.
Not a lot of fun, Nancy.
Not a lot of fun.
No. That makes her sad. I understand.
Yeah.
Jesus. That just feels so.
I should give Sam Ponder credit for even like doing that whatsoever as working at ESPN.
Well, I think what's her face? Oh my God. Sage Steele, like gave that side some wiggle room, I think. You know what I mean? I think the right at ESPN now feels a little, well, if Sage Steele, I can,
emboldened.
We can at least say this fucking thing. Like this, whether you, like, I actually think 3 or 4 years ago, they might have got fired for that.
Yep.
Whereas
Probably,
now I don't think they will. And like, it just kind of goes on. I don't think, also I think most people feel that way. Probably even ESPN, they're not going to say it. Put it this way, who's the biggest personality at ESPN?
Stephen A. Smith.
How do you think he feels about it?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's that's part of it too.
Though I don't know if I've heard, he does touch politics on his podcast, but I don't know if I've heard him talk about that issue.
No, but if you asked him, I think he would probably say that.
Right.
I would guess.
It's the weird thing though about like all that shit now is like Sam Ponder's never been particularly political, I don't think, right?
But she's probably a Republican,
Maybe, or maybe she is. Maybe she just has thoughts on this one issue.
Yeah.
But now it's like, remember, like Britt McHenry became like super right wing, and was maybe Sage Steele's the other one I'm thinking of, where like you give one take, you give one take, and all of a sudden like you have to be this super right winger now. It's like what, you can believe that one thing,
but I also think people like that, like the Britt McHenry, they get off on it too. It becomes a gig.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, how does not everyone notice that? Like Jerry or whatever. How does he get duped into thinking that that's real? That all of a sudden never had a political thought in her life, and now she's like some staunch right winger.
Yeah. Where'd she do this interview? Part of my take?
Who's that?
Sam Ponder?
No, she just tweeted it out.
No, she was not part of my take.
I don't think so.
Nor did I.
What are your thoughts on skinny jeans?
She just tweeted that out?
Yeah, she quote tweeted Riley Gaines, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, I mean, look, give her credit. I mean, that's, but I mean, again, What does she do? She hosts a football show?
Yeah, I believe she's the NFL Sunday host, isn't she?
I'm sure she's with a bunch of people who agree with her completely. Completely in that room.
I suspect.
I don't know about that. Would you think Mina Kimes agrees
No.
with her?
In that. Well, I think Hasselbeck. I can trust me. I tell you, Hasselbeck does.
Yeah.
You think Rex Ryan agrees with her on that?
I'm sure. he
That's
does.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they happen to be right on this one. So, well, good for her.
Yeah.
Book her, would you? She'd be willing to come and have some
she
fun.
loves
I
it.
think.
Sure. She loves
She probably listens to the show, is my guess.
This time, don't use your Barstool Sports email, maybe.
Oh, I'm a pro at that stuff.
Use the Globe
Don't
email.
worry about it.
For sure.
Yeah.
What else?
Elizabeth Holmes going to jail today, by the way.
Yeah, Liz Holmes going to jail.
Yeah.
That's not fair. It's a tough day in the diary for the New York Times writer. Will they have muffins this morning before she goes to jail? That profile didn't help her out? Hard to believe. She tried. She fought as hard as she could to not go to jail. I'll give her that.
Is it Liz Holmes going to jail or is it Elizabeth? I forget which is which.
I think Elizabeth's going to jail.
Okay,
today.
good.
How long is she in for?
I think 11 years.
So she'll be out in like 6 or 7?
I believe
Probably.
so. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. So she's what about her? What about? So how many kids does she have with that guy?
Does she have 2 or 3? I don't know.
This guy's a
There's
billionaire.
some nice
too.
pictures of them on the beach yesterday, Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, they're the last day on the beach together.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
That's got to be like, that's like the last day of summer times 5,000. Like all day, you must just be like, oh, can you like have like a nice lunch knowing you're going to jail? The next day?
Conversations?
Yeah. Like, do you sleep at all the night before?
She'll be a favorite in jail, right? Like she didn't. I mean, she's a fraudster, but she didn't.
Like Martha Stewart, you mean?
Yeah, she didn't hurt anybody.
It's probably minimum security, right?
Yeah.
I assume so.
I would think. Yeah. You're not attracted to her, are you, Dave?
Sexually?
Yes. No, intellectually.
No, physically, like magnetically.
I mean, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
You know that was her real voice?
Oh, I don't mind the voice. Not
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, she's an attractive human being.
I think that voice, and she's such a creep too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. It
I
doesn't
don't
bother
judge
you.
people with that. I'm about what's inside. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's a terrible person, though. That's what's inside.
About what's inside. I like the fraud, the convicted fraud.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what your point is. That's exactly why you wouldn't like her.
You're right. She's a bad person. I probably would not sleep with her now.
Would she ever, though, associate herself with this dinner for two anywhere in the world scheme or no?
Oh my God.
I mean,
I
she's not
believe
that
we're
low.
finally-
Yeah,
I
she's
can't
much
believe
bigger.
we're getting to crunch time here.
This is the week of.
And we haven't heard one word about where we should be on Friday.
No, this thing is-
Anywhere in the world. That's
this
part
is
of it.
much. I texted Mutt this morning. I haven't heard back from him. I actually texted him yesterday. I haven't heard. He is running away from this stuff right now.
Really?
I think.
From everything.
Everything. I mean, like, literally everybody in the world is meeting about these horses. That fucking condo association is meeting about horses. And Mutt is tweeting, putting Mutt stacks about sports flashes and EEI schedules. Hey, dummy, no one's listening to EEI anyway. You think it matters if Megan Ottoli was in studio yesterday, you fucking idiot? You know, they're shooting horses left and right.
What's trying to get him off the scent? He's controlling the narrative.
And Mutt's like, I wrote about it. I said they're doing a good job. Like, the numbers are way down. They're definitely not way down. They killed another one this weekend.
One.
It's just unbelievable.
Big deal.
I remember this years ago. Michael Mann, one of the great filmmakers of all time. I don't know if you know him or not, Mike.
Familiar.
He directed the film Heat.
Sure.
Created Miami Vice, The Insider, one of the greatest movies of the last 30 years. Had a TV show called Luck on HBO.
Yes, with Dustin Hoffman.
And Nick Nolte.
Yes.
And they stopped production of the show.
I remember, yeah.
If I'm right, you might look this up. Somebody tweet this. I think 3 horses died, maybe 6.
Well, at least, yeah, I thought it was more. But
They stopped the show.
yeah.
I mean, we're talking horses are dying left and right here.
And it was a successful show. They stopped
Well,
it. Like,
I mean, it wasn't. It was.
I thought it was doing well. No?
It just, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like it was a critically acclaimed. It wasn't
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. If it was like they wouldn't have stopped it. If Pyle might actually
Oh,
died,
okay. They were getting Succession numbers?
The show would have kept. Yeah, the show would have kept rolling on. But they stopped. They completely ended the show.
Yeah.
We're talking dozens of horses are dying here. You know, maybe Mutt's got some sort of maybe he's like sort of deal with the glue industry.
I was going to say, he's
I don't
got
know.
Elmer's stock.
I could see that.
Yeah,
Maybe
he needs to hire like a crisis communications professional.
between the big A,
Yep.
right? This thing, the ticket around the world,
Yeah.
and the horses.
It's tough. Yeah. Well, I think Big A is the first domino in all of this. If Big A was a free man right now.
And he claimed, by the way, Mutt the other day told me that Big A has been completely exonerated. If I missed this story somewhere,
Sure.
I haven't seen that anywhere actually.
That's like Trump saying that, you know?
exactly. So I don't know. So the drawing is Friday. Is that what you said, Dave?
Yeah, I believe so. June 2nd.
Which again is a clear like Friday dump. Like Just get this out here. Weekend. I'm surprised they did it before the holiday weekend. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be like midnight. Some, basement of like a fucking Chelmsford, Sons of Italy place or something. And here's the winner. Oh, my wife. Oh my God. Wow, unbelievable. Jeez, yeah. Oh, yeah, Vegas.
Do we actually look up, like, does it say how you'll be contacted? Is there anywhere at all that we can witness this happening?
That was my original question, is what are they going to give you that pays for all of it? Like, did they just hand you money with Mutt's face on it?
Yeah,
like,
they say, we'll pay you back. We'll get back to you.
That's what's so strange.
You're gonna be like, you don't care about the kids? Like you want the lacrosse money? Oh, they're gonna try to guilt you out of it, I think. Meanwhile, Mutt is completely silent on it.
Sure.
Completely. The Mutt stack this weekend will have no mention of it.
No.
80 horses could be killed this week. And Mutt will be like, geez, why,
Where's Fred Toucher?
Yeah, why is it like, why doesn't Joe Maury put the Celtics at the front of the updates? Or whatever, Rich Keefe, it's just unbelievable. Who knows? I don't understand it.
It is important, though. I was thinking, where's Megan Ottolini yesterday?
I mean, I get it. Like, I don't want to spend too much time on Super, because, again, we have it's all over the place. But the local radio station there yesterday, Felger, to his credit, and Maz, this is why I don't think people quite get this. One of the reasons why they're so successful is like a day like yesterday, which is a holiday. It's not a working day for them. They went in and did a show leading into the Celtics game.
Yeah.
Megan Ottolini, Adam Jones, and Arcand were not there.
Correct.
Now, like, they don't have to be. It's a holiday. Like, they don't, I get that. And maybe one of them was away or so. Who knows? But it's not yesterday that matters when you miss that day. It's days going forward. Like, I would have shown up. Because if you're in it for the long run, fans do remember, like, they weren't there that day when it was a big game. Like, they weren't there, the other station was there. Oh, I listened to them that stuff adds up. Oh, the morning after the Super Bowl. Oh, the Saturday, like we would do Saturdays of the World Series or something. That stuff matters if you care about winning. If you don't care about winning, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The worst, I think what's even worse is if Felger and Maz definitely weren't there yesterday, those guys still wouldn't have gone in yesterday.
Right.
And that's when then it would have been inexcusable, but they still wouldn't have done it because they don't think they're going to win and they don't care about that stuff. And to me, there's no way in the world I wouldn't have been there. Like, if that's and maybe they're more balanced. Like, you know what? Maybe they're like, who cares? It's one show. We're never going to beat these guys. I'm having fun at the beach. Maybe that's the right attitude. That's not the way I would do it.
Right.
But yeah, it is telling. But they're also losing by 30 fucking points.
They're not going to win.
Correct. So it's just a defeatist attitude. But that's on Mike Thomas, who's a fucking bozo, and Ken Laird, who's, reportedly a pedophile.
I believe you blamed them for something else this weekend, I saw. Didn't you blame Mike Thomas and Ken Laird for something to do with Mutt? You're like, this is not
that was the programming.
No, that was the programming.
Was it? Okay, yeah.
I do blame them for Mutt. I blame everybody for Mutt.
Okay, all right.
I'm kidding about Ken.
I thought just the fact that Mutt was on the streets you were blaming them for.
And people have told me Ken's a pedophile, but that's completely secondhand. I can't corroborate that. Of course, I'm kidding. The one good thing they did was fire Mutt.
Yes.
That was my recommendation. They called me. We had a nice conversation. I said, fire him.
Well,
do you feel a kinship?
But now that he fired them, he is on their ass 24/7 though. They're not getting away from the Mutt stack. Does it a kinship to what?
Does it make you go lighter on the likes of Skittles when you're like, that is kind of how I am with Mutt stack? I get it. I'm a fan, but I'm not.
Yes, I get. I completely. I understand. But if I went into Mutt stack, I would fight back with him.
Yeah, right. That's true.
I've been on Mutt stack.
That's a good point.
So it was an honor. I talked on that episode. Omaha Steaks is here. Father's Day right around the corner. Oof. Emotional Father's Day for Big Jack. His first one without his friend.
That's right. And guess what we did?
What'd you do?
You just fill in the blanks in that script right there. Omaha Steaks.
I'll have to fill in the blanks. It's right here.
The whole family.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Oh, wait. It wasn't Father's Day. What was it?
Christ.
Was it Father's Day this weekend?
No.
What was it?
Don't shut up.
Oh, Memorial Day weekend. Sorry. Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. Omaha Steaks. Great.
We all took the day off for Father's Day.
Big Jack must have been awfully confused.
I didn't get a gift, so. Yeah.
Now, what else is new?
Yeah.
Does Kathy cut his steak for him?
Does she?
What's it say?
It's tough on the high chair, though. I remember the high chairs. Steak is tough for little kids.
It's tough to eat, for little kids, yeah.
That's how these. Does Jack have all his adult teeth yet, or no?
He's got all of them, yeah.
That's good. Good for him. Yep. Do you get this? Do you want your? I know how excited your kids get on your birthday, Dave. They get that excited for you on Father's Day, or no?
No, not really.
Oh,
no.
Well, with Omaha Steaks, they would.
Yep.
Once you get moving on that. Yep. Case can lift that arm of his. Maybe you can, get you some Omaha Steaks. Bacon wrapped filet. Oh, I ate Omaha Steaks this weekend. Last night. Fantastic. Air chill boneless chicken breasts, burgers, jumbo franks, and many more favorites. You're giving a gift of the world's best beef. Father's Day right around the corner. 5 generations of family-owned expertise. This Father's Day, show dad, your brother, your uncle, your boyfriend, whatever, grandfather, son, whatever, the man in your life. The mouth-watering perfection of Omaha Steaks. It is the best. It really is. You order today. You get 30% off with promo code KIRK, K-I-R-K, and every purchase is backed with their unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. Minimum order may be required. You see site for details. I'll tell you about it. Go to omahasteaks.com, promo code KIRK, K-I-R-K. omahasteaks.com, promo code K-I-R-K. 30% off. Again, with Omaha Steaks. Get moving. Great site. Let them know we sent you. I cannot recommend it enough. The great, great, great Omaha Steaks. We thank them. What else, David?
Briefly, by the way, Odyssey did approve their stock split. So their 6-cent stock currently will be changing soon. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That's big financial news. You will hear that on More on Money on the next More on
Sure.
Money episode.
Yeah. Hey, whenever I do it again, I will mention it.
Well, there you go, on blindmike.net. So it's back. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll get more details on that this week. So.
Okay. Yeah. 90 texts from Jeff D. Lowe here this morning. I don't know what that's about. I'm not going to look at them yet.
Could be big news.
Could be big news. I was not a Succession person. I tried the pilot several times. It didn't land.
I enjoyed it. Dave said he didn't like it. I was surprised. It seems like up Dave's alley.
Yeah, pretty shallow.
Sure.
I'm going to try it again.
It feels like to me, I'm speaking with absolutely no expertise, to be clear. It feels like it's certainly not like grade A HBO classic Sopranos, like the next level.
I would say it's
next level.
grade B, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
which is
below
fine.
The Sopranos and all of that, obviously.
I guess Sopranos is on its own level, for being fair. Like, if you're going to do HBO.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a better example of like what their A... Because The Wire would be on a different level also.
I think some people would say Game of Thrones just because of the size of it.
Yeah, I just don't.
It's not for me.
It's a great HBO drama that I liked. I can't think of one.
Well, I mean, Sopranos is the best show ever.
Yeah.
I haven't yet seen it, but it's definitely the top one. What would be second?
There's a million examples.
I guess The Wire.
Obviously.
So it's on a level like The Wire, except more people probably watched it.
But people put The Wire in the same
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
silly.
elite category.
There's no. Am I forgetting? Are we forgetting something?
There's definitely something major that I can't, but I don't know. Like, because I thought HBO, I think more like Curb,
Right.
Entourage, Eastbound and Down.
I mean, a lot of people.
A lot of comedies.
Yeah, Sex and the City. I think
Veep,
people would say whether you
Silicon
like
Valley.
You're right. For me, Larry Sanders for sure.
Yep.
Let me see. Esquire.com, the 50 best series of HBO of all time. I mean, I guess people put Euphoria up there now. Not as high, but
that's a good comparison though. I think it's that level.
that level.
Yeah.
Just looking for their top 10.
The Night of.
Just for the hell of it.
Arliss,
Well,
Definitely not.
one of the all-time greats.
Absolutely terrible. Yeah, this one has like top 50. I mean, what are we doing here? Big Love, which I did not hate. 24. Starstruck.
Oh, like True Blood.
I didn't watch it.
I feel like Succession's higher than True Blood, though, just in terms of like conversational.
True Blood was huge, though. But
Conversationally, you think? How about
definitely.
How about a show I like 6 Feet Under? Would it be on that level or not quite higher? Succession would be higher, I suppose.
Succession's definitely bigger. Yeah. Oh,
Well, more people probably watched just because of the way the world was back then.
was
Would you put well, obviously, this would
I
be
loved
higher.
Barry. That's not really a comedy, but it's a half hour.
White
I mean,
Lotus?
it is a comedy.
White
But
Lotus? No, a lot of buzz.
same level as Succession, probably.
These guys have Succession 10. Deadwood?
That's what I was trying to think of. Dead.
Yeah, I'd still put Succession higher in terms of buzz.
Yeah.
I mean, the top, Sex and City.
Well, if you're talking buzz, it's one of the highest ever because it's like the only show on right now that we're all watching every week.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So it's on that, second, whatever that second, sort of right below level, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people watch it, but I feel like it's weird with these shows. Like, they just go away.
Yeah.
Like, just see I don't know how much of a reappreciation it will get.
I liked it a lot. And one of the things I liked about it is there's clear, like, obvious, it's based on the Murdoch family, essentially. But also,
yes.
there's some clear, Trump similarities and stuff.
Right.
But it's not beating you over the head
Right.
with, these are the bad guys.
Right,
It's like there's some nuance to it.
At 4 years,
Yeah.
that's
4
also
seasons.
good. That's also good too.
Yep.
They didn't kill you with it, which is also good.
Yeah.
So that ended, and Barry ended.
Barry ended also
same night,
yes.
right, or same
Yes.
weekend.
Big night.
I heard Barry season 4 was not great. This last season was not great.
They didn't need it.
Yeah.
It should. I saw actually some. I think Bill Hader was on like Conan or something and said that Larry David told him we should have ended after season 3, and he was right. Like he was 100% right.
Well, Barry.
Yeah.
You should tell people when to end shows. Jesus, He's still
Yeah.
fucking trudging out that show.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right, what else, Dave?
Nothing good story wise.
No.
Nope.
I will take a few calls. A few calls.
I did hear. I told Colin right before I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know how good it is. But Kevin Lemanowitz was on with James Stewart recently.
What?
Kevin Lemanowitz had a big podcast appearance.
Jimmy Stewart from 95?
Yeah. I'll have to listen for the
53 years old and still enjoying it every week.
God love you, Kevin. Have you?
This is like, I feel like this is somebody like, secretly filming a fucking mentally disabled people walking through the mall together.
It is the great Kevin Lemanowitz.
What?
yeah. It's wrestling, so I bet there's not a lot. But I'll give it a thorough examination.
Kevin's into wrestling?
I think so. Yeah.
You never took him down, Dave.
No, we were looking around though. We were getting a lot of messages about him.
Well, it seemed like everyone already knew. You'd be like trying to take OJ down now.
He's an asshole. Yeah. Like a legitimate asshole. Jesus. Which is very strange. Yeah, that's funny. Jesus. I like Jimmy, though. I never had a problem with him.
I've technically had a problem with him. I never should have, but
I forgot about that. What'd you call him?
lurch like a ghoul, I believe. Was that?
Jesus, poor guy.
It was very mean for no reason.
That's great.
Like the people on this show. Jesus.
I apologize, Jimmy.
That's all right. So do we have? So we're back here tomorrow
Yes.
and Friday, I think. Do we have to do 3 shows this week or no?
I'll check the
Well, we're doing it.
ad log.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
We're giving people bonus shows. I think it's a holiday week.
Oh, true.
Yeah, usually they only put 2 in there for holiday weeks, but I'll check it out.
Right. Yeah. Memorial Day. Dave used yesterday.
That's right. Sometimes I get
Father's
these
Day.
things mixed up because I'm just so laser focused on my dad during these difficult times.
Sure. How's he doing?
He's doing great.
Yeah. Is he done crying?
He's keeping himself busy.
Is
That's
he?
what helps.
By himself though. Or is
yeah.
he built like a?
Sometimes Chase helps him out,
Oh, he does?
Gets in the backhoe with him in the backyard.
He breaks his arm when he fucks up.
That feels like more than a friend.
Is it fun? Like
Don't go there.
Now that Harry's. That's not. Yeah, listen. Consent's a tricky thing. Do they do the thing like now that Harry's starting to sprout a little bit with Kate now? Did Chase and Jack go back to back now and see who's taller? Is that a competition?
That's gonna be rough knowing that's your genes, though. It's like, will I ever get taller? He's probably thinking.
Oh, that's true.
You know?
God.
Will I be a giant like my dad, my 5'7" dad?
Is he grandpa? Is he granddad?
He's Pa.
He's Pa.
Yeah.
Oh, it was my dad's name, Pa. That's nice. Mom, Pa?
Nana.
Nana. Oh, that was my mom's mom. So Nana
And Pa.
and Pa. Huh. All right. Are you loaded up?
Load up.
All right, let's go. Hello.
Hello, Kirk.
Yes, good
You
morning.
know, this is a big mental health podcast. I'm actually in a facility right now as we speak.
Okay, I don't
I'm
care.
about to get discharged.
I don't care. Can you fix your phone?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Psycho.
I get it. Yeah, I'm in the I'm getting discharged right now.
Where are you?
But I came. I'm Newton Wellesley,
Oh, great.
but I was at McLean. I was at McLean's,
Uh-huh.
but they wouldn't take me though because I was too fucked up. So they
Yeah.
sent me over there.
It's an interesting
But
strategy by them.
Anyway, my larger point being anal play.
Yeah.
I think you should give another shot.
Okay.
It's
I don't think we
start off with a tickle
Okay.
and then work from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then
Is the person
When
in
you
the
go
room
on
with
hard-
you with the discharge papers or no?
Yeah, I'm here.
what's that?
Are you in the room with somebody with the discharge papers? Are you putting this on pause right now for this conversation?
no, I'm waiting. I gotta take a CT scan before I go. So I'm just hanging out in my room, and I figured I give you.
Had that.
I was listening to Friday's episode.
Oh,
and
thank
I figured I'd give you a shout.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
But
We'll go. We'll calling her out. We'll talk about the anal at some point. But yeah, get discharged first. We'll have a longer conversation about that. Or maybe stay in for a couple of days.
I'm seeing a lot.
All right,
of
Doc, ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of anal play promoted on Pornhub lately
Really?
for the gentlemen. Yeah.
Wait, man
Like
on
the
man?
like the thumbnail is like him sticking his legs borderline behind his head, and then she's down there. I'm like,
What do you mean promoted? You think these aren't targeted to you specifically?
No, it's sponsored. It's like an advertising. Yeah.
Or do they have
that's
that?
not
Yeah,
something- I mean,
of course, yeah.
it's not something I seek
There's a
out.
yeah, of course. That specific company, Mike, is always advertising just Colony. It's not because he's searching
No,
for
I'm
it.
saying I didn't know they had videos.
No, it's not like Dave's searching for it and they say, "Oh,
That's-
this is something you." No,
that's what I'm wondering.
No,
Yeah, okay,
nobody's
all right.
nobody's thinking that.
All right, thank you.
No human being is
I get what you're doing there, but it's
No,
it's not what I'm
I have your.
searching. It's not what
I'm with you
searching.
on this. I got your ass on this one. I'm with you. That just to me would be such an unbelievable ask of a human being, given what I've done with my asshole in my life, to even think a human being would want to be 50,000 feet away from that thing.
Oh, no.
I mean, like, gee, I give Reamer, like, you don't listen to the show, but I give Reamer credit because guys are fucking gross.
Sure, but I would imagine like Reamer's taking proper care. He's going above and beyond what we're doing. I would think.
He still shits like a guy, though. Like,
Certainly, yeah. But he's just
there's
probably
still
more.
dingleberries and hair and just, you don't think so, dude?
No, I definitely think so, but it's not the nicest place for a female either. I would assume, right?
Probably not.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think like it feels so nice when a good shit comes out. Is that how it feels? Like maybe it's the same feeling?
Oh, I'd imagine, yeah.
Maybe?
Beats me.
I don't know. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, how you doing, man? It's JJ.
Hey JJ, how you doing?
Doing all right. Celtics kind of killed me last night, but Mike's there, right?
I think so.
I have a couple quick questions for you.
MyMike.net, by the way. We're nearing 700 subscribers.
For now. And then in 2 days, we'll be back down, and then we'll try and get back up there.
What's going on over there? Before JJ asks you these important questions.
Today, we got a Quincy today. It's Q's Day, so we finishing up a two-parter of Quincy. You mentioned Richard Ojeda earlier, and he had a great interview. He met a Native American person for the first time, so we covered that.
Okay, I like
and
it.
Why Are You Laughing? The next couple episodes are Richard Lewis and then Raw by Eddie Murphy.
Yes, I saw Richard Lewis came up on my email.
Yeah, that'll
a
be
few
out.
days ago. Was it last week?
It'll be
I
on.
haven't listened
It's
to
on
it yet.
Patreon now. It'll be
Yeah, I got
free Thursday.
I will listen. How long is that? Give me something.
Just shy. It's like 58 minutes.
Okay, I'll listen to it. Is
Just
Craig
shy
on
of
it?
an hour. He is.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead, JJ. Well, go subscribe regardless of Craig.
Thank you.
Yeah, that interview with that Native American bro was so funny, man. But hey, Mike, do you still fence?
I don't.
What happened with that? I felt like that was going to be your
man,
thing.
why not?
Why did you think that?
I don't know. Oh, Smitty had a baby. There you go. His wife
Oh,
had a baby.
congrats.
Congratulations. I like Smitty.
He's always been very nice to me.
Yeah, Smitty gets a bad rap, I think. He seems like a very nice guy. I don't
Yes,
know. Yeah.
he is.
Anyway. You don't think so, Dave?
No, seems like a nice guy. Yeah.
Congratulations. Hello.
Oh.
Was that all for JJ? I'm sorry.
Oh, I dumped him after you. Damn.
I mean, really, after that question. Hello. Hotel accommodations, 2 nights. 2 nights. You get there one afternoon, you're gone like fucking 2 days later.
So like they have to be a part of the process of buying all this.
3-star hotel, too.
Yeah, that's what sucks. So you have to go spend all the money, and then they probably reimburse
Yeah.
you.
Also, who's to say what's a 3-star hotel? Like, what is that? They give you a
Well,
specific,
that's what is it?
like the price
Michelin
line?
star?
Yeah,
or
that's like
whatever
the most
fuck?
up and up part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
But you think they're going to have like a specific list of hotels?
Probably.
No, you have to go to.
That's the only thing I
three-star
trust.
hotels approved
The
to
place
you.
we stayed at in Arizona.
Yep,
3 stars?
definitely.
So you stay, it was fine. I had no problem with it.
That's fine.
But like, that's your contest
They would
win?
just want confirmation that is a 3-star
Yeah.
hotel after you already paid for it, and they're about to reimburse you for it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is funny, like you said, I'm sure that place was a nice hotel. I'm sure 3 stars is perfectly fine for me to
Fine.
stay in. But it's funny if you're winning a contest to be like, no better than 3 stars.
Can I trade my booze and go up a half a star? Like, I don't, it's beautiful. I remember looking out the window and seeing that strip club. It was a tremendous hotel.
Yeah, hi, is this Hilton? I've got Jim from the lacrosse team.
3.5 stars.
We
Goodbye.
got to
See you.
book this.
Fuck you. Bad news. They have a pool. God damn it. But is it shitty? No, it's good. Fuck.
Unfortunately, it's great, actually.
Airfare to any major international airport. Does that mean you can't fly, like, in America?
No, you can.
Well, it says airfare to any major international
International airport would be like Logan, though.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Airport flies internationally.
Yes.
Right. No, that's right. Okay. Right. That's true. Yeah. Hello.
Hey guys, I it's the first time ever I listened to that Australian guy's wrap-up show.
We talked about it at the beginning of the show. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's okay, I just had two quick thoughts. Is there anything worse than when Cullinane is referred to as Cull?
No, I hate that. I hate that.
I would agree with that.
I hate that.
That's funny.
That's the worst. And then Kirk, I was curious
bad,
how
man.
you're coping with the fact that the yellow shirt guy is faster than you.
I talked about the Star Show. Not well. He's the only person in the world who's faster than me. So that keeps me up every night. There's definitely nobody that runs faster than me. I don't even get he mentioned in that podcast too. He's like, actually, I think I'm faster than wow.
What's the did you just bring that up out of nowhere?
Yeah, I'm like, well, you probably definitely are faster than I am. What do you want me to say? You know what? I'm probably better at mini golf than he is.
It's funny to list that in podcast qualities. I'm faster than him.
Definitely mentally, for sure. Are you loaded up, Dave?
They're loaded up.
All right, hello.
Call, by the way.
Call.
Hey, Kirk. Did you see what that cunt shit Roy did to her family this weekend?
I did not. I heard about it, though, right, Mike? Is that...
I don't know. Well, I don't know that
idiot.
I don't know that I blame her.
The family turned out to be in charge at the end, right? Is that what it is?
No.
Oh, I thought that was the case. I thought I saw that.
At the end, none of them are. Spoiler alert, folks. None of them are in charge.
Oh, okay. Wow. I saw Brian Cox say...
Cunt. I hated her.
Jesus, take it easy. I saw Brian Cox say somewhere earlier this week they killed him too soon. You should wait an episode or two more, he thought.
I don't agree. I thought it was fine. I thought they
also had to
right
die.
time.
I mean, the show was called at some point he had to die.
Yeah, and it's more interesting to see how they handle it without him. That's kind of the whole point of the show. So no, I thought they did it at the right time.
Okay. Hello.
Hey boys, good morning. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Here to debunk old show topic from a couple of weeks ago.
Sure.
Been meaning to call in. Remember that Bud Light video from Fenway?
Yes.
Where the guy was like, hey, these are...
Yes.
So I've had season tickets in the bleachers, section 36, the one they black out on the weekday games.
Uh-huh.
So if you walk down, that section is where those two stands were that the guy was videoing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you walk down and you're standing in front of them, the one on the left doesn't sell alcohol, which had the big lines because it was a weekend game where there's a ton of kids and not a lot of beer demand. And it was in the middle of the game. Or they maybe had already shut off beer sales. So nothing on the right. There was no lines for the beer, but there was no alcohol on the long line on the left.
Stunned to hear that. Okay.
That's it. So I just wanted to debunk it's fake news.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Keep
up the good work.
Of course, it had an impact. No question. Like I'm not, but I see these on Twitter all the time where literally nobody's buying. I'm like, well, not everybody is aware of this. I'm sorry. I just don't buy that.
So now they're doing obviously
they're going after Target now. I think right.
They're going after Target. They're going after Kohl's.
Kohl's.
Today.
I saw. I'm a Kohl's. I actually like Kohl's. I get some of my underwear there.
Yeah.
Tommy John.
Typical liberal cuck.
Oh,
but what are they? So they're doing by the case.
What kind of underwear do you wear? You tuck it away.
That is pretty fucked up, though.
Well, Dave was playing. They made rap songs going at Target.
The swimsuit thing. That's like the tuck it swimsuit for kids.
Yes,
that's the Target angle. That's fucked up.
Didn't bother Harry. I made him wear it the other day. It's the way we do it.
The
now
Kohl's
this,
thing, unless I'm missing something, the Kohl's thing just seems stupid. It's just they're selling kid sizes of LGBTQ in merchandise, basically.
So now the right, the right just wants to ban everything now. What happened? Jesus Christ, what happened?
It's weird because they got, I don't really even know what it is. It seems like they were beaten down so much with, they got shit for everything while Trump was in office, basically. Like everything he said, you'd get in trouble for.
Right.
So now that they have some of their power back, it seems like they're going after fucking everything, which is, I guess, smart. I don't know.
I guess, but do they care about the guy who works at Kohl's who's probably in the middle or maybe a Republican?
No, that's why I say it's all the same as the cancel culture.
Of course,
shit
it's exactly the same.
They were bitching about.
Yeah, they're total phonies on it. You can disagree with these people with their choices in life, no problem. But you're trying to cancel, Jerry claims Jerry of course got canceled because of his lousy ratings, but he's doing this you're now promoting cancel culture,
right?
Which is fine. Colling's leading the way on it. I'm fine with that.
But I'm sure I haven't articulated this right, but even with the Bud Light thing, they lost more money than I thought they would.
Absolutely.
But my point was they're they're trying to get their name out there. That's the best way to advertise now, is do something crazy. It's the same thing with all this shit. Kohl's doesn't give a fuck if you buy LGBTQ shirts. But that's what advertising is now, because you can skip through ads. So the only way to like get any attention on your shit is by like, hey, you don't need a penis to shop here anymore.
Kohl's wants you to buy it. They're selling it.
Yeah, but a parent buying
not as much as they want their name to be out there.
A parent buying a 3-year-old an LGBTQ pride T-shirt is no different than a parent talking to that same kid at dinner about whatever.
Well, I think it's strange. I think it's like I would not buy my 3-year-old that shirt personally.
You wouldn't, but it's not that big of a deal.
Cancel that. Get rid of that in the podcast. I know we're on YouTube now. But yeah, please scrub that. God, please, God.
Well, we didn't cancel. Well, never mind.
I hand them out to 3-year-olds.
I'm of course kidding. What do you mean? What were you gonna say?
There were some cancellation opportunities, right? It's just not our beat.
When?
Nothing.
Text to me.
No, you texted me.
When?
This weekend.
Oh, well, with somebody we like, I'm not doing that.
We don't cancel people we like.
No.
That is proof right there.
No. Certainly not. No. Please, what's last chance? Can't do that. But I saw somebody this weekend, like, I see that, somebody had a thing where like, Target, one of these things are Old Navy sell shirts where it's like a 3-year-old with like, hey, look out, ladies, or like, I have a gun, or like one of these things where it's on the other side, and you're kind of like, oh, same thing, right? Like, I mean, it's just all fucking weird.
Right.
I feel like these shirts that make these kids seem like adults are weird anyway.
Right. Well, that's my point. It's not that they don't care if they sell them. I'm saying that's not their highest grossing product. I don't imagine.
Certainly not.
They just want that shit out there so people are like, can you believe what Kohl's did?
Right.
And then people are saying the name Kohl's for a week.
So you only want that merchandise like sold online or something?
Who, me?
Like, what's this?
I don't give a fuck what they do. They can sell whatever they want.
You just said it's weird for anybody to buy that 3-year-old that T-shirt.
But you should sell it. I don't
Let's
care.
say it's 2 gay parents and they want
totally.
The
I'm saying I think it's weird. But so what? Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
go for it. I don't care. Okay. Go for it. Yeah, I don't. But if it's what do you mean? Oh, like an LGBTQ like pro rights like shirt or something?
Yeah, it seems like they want that removed from Kohl's.
Of course it does. Of course they do.
Yeah.
I disagree with them. It's like I disagree on the other side. Mm-hmm. Sell whatever. If you want to have a kid with a gun and a shirt with him holding a gun, fucking sell it. What do I care? If you're gonna make money, go for it. Hello.
Am I the only one that thought that the way Dave said gay parents sounded hateful?
Not hateful. He just sounded like. Well, I guess repulsed. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounded like it was like 1970 or something.
It was almost mocking. Really.
Gay parents.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Kirky, when you interviewed, say, a Hall of Fame football player like Tom Brady, did you talk about like Aaron Rodgers the whole time you were interviewing him, or like Joe Montana? Did you hear the Megatron interview on Foreplay?
I did not.
Oh my God! They have Larry Fitzgerald's cock in every one of their mouths.
They're friendly. They play pickleball with the guy.
What do you expect? They talked about him the entire time when they were doing Megatron.
I didn't have a chance to listen to it. So Foreplay had Calvin Johnson on.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And you're claiming, just so I'm right, who did the interview? Riggs, my buddy Riggs.
It's hard to tell because their cock was in every mouth, so they were.
Well, I was going to say, so it was Riggs, Frankie, and Trent. You're claiming that Calvin Johnson had his penis in all of their mouths at the same time?
No. They had Larry Fitzgerald's cock in their mouth talking to Megatron. They talked about Larry Fitzgerald.
So you're saying Riggs would ask a question, Calvin Johnson's cock would be in his mouth. Then Calvin Johnson put his cock in Frankie's mouth.
That makes more sense, actually.
But then the other guys didn't have his cock in their mouth. Though. You would think they would be able to talk.
That's when they would pipe up, yeah.
I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it if his cock is in their mouth. To me, that's
it's bad.
I'll find out. Thank you.
It's bad.
Thank you. It sounds horrible or great. I mean, I'm an ally.
Larry Fitzgerald, the one that they did like pickleball with, right?
I just said that.
Yeah.
Yes. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. So they just like their.
What do you hate pickleball for?
I
too noisy?
Hate pickleball. Hate pickleball.
Well, Mike, I don't want to get into this. Don't wait into this ridiculous.
Tell me after.
It's loud.
You guys have a drive home. You save it for the ride. There should be a ride home podcast with you two just once. Can you do that? Will you put up the audio of a drive home?
Drive to here. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you should do that.
It's more, pre-show more than.
All right. Hello.
Oh, that was a good one. All right. First time, long time, Kirky. I'm actually calling in regards to the gentleman last week who gave his nightmare tale of his worst movie experience that he had to leave.
Okay, I don't remember this, but
that was my buddy. that blue chunks.
I don't remember. I don't remember this one. Being honest.
Dave, no, I can give our like little.
Dave, do you remember or no?
It was so
sort of, kind of, but
a guy threw up during the movie.
Yes, and he had to leave, and you were describing your own worst movie experiences, like Avatar.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to tell me his story again?
Yes.
Oh,
so
I don't care though.
I sure am.
I don't care though.
It was a lot of puke.
Did he vomit? Is that what you're telling me? The man vomited. What film was it?
Yes, it was Baby Driver.
What theater was this?
6 years ago. To hear that, it was. He said Wareham, but it was actually Kingston.
Oh, okay. That changes everything.
And
changes everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge. It's vitally important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a lot of puke. I got it on me. We left. I was trying to take care of my buddy, and
was he drunk?
And I swear, as we were leaving, he had some drinks. We were on the beach earlier.
Why would you drinks. What the fuck would you go see a movie after? Like, what would you see a movie you're drunk for? I don't get that.
A lot of places serve alcohol.
No, I know that, but you wouldn't get drunk during if you want to see a movie. Like you have a couple of suds or something.
Yeah, I don't imagine you're pre-gaming if you're going to the movie.
I never understand that either. Thank you for the call. It was important. Thank you for the call. If anybody else was there that night, please call me. I never get that for like big games either. If you're really into the game, like last night, I'm sure there were people who were hammered at that game.
Sure, yeah.
That seems nuts to me.
Yeah, if you're really into watching the game.
Yeah, like
I think those people are into for the like they'd say they're really into watching the game. They're more into the experience.
I guess.
You know?
Yeah, I suppose. I remember seeing Seeger in Portland years ago. Not Portland. Geez, Bangor. Years ago. And this guy was the drunkest guy I've ever seen. Like he fucking passed out literally on the floor. The police or was security to come take him out. And I was like, that's a very weird way to like. Why would you do that?
Well, as I can attest to also, some people don't realize that they behave ridiculously.
That's true.
Yeah,
they think I'll be totally fine.
You don't think you're going to black out
Yeah.
when you're doing that
That's true.
before the show.
What, does Mike have a comment on that, Dave?
It'll be a few minutes.
Hold on.
I bet I'll find it very funny. Hey, cheer for me.
What was that, Mike?
Last time it was 0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, these people love me.
That is unbelievable. Would you know that was Mike if you didn't know? Play the last one again?
I think so. Yeah.
These people love me.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's higher. We also
Definitely higher voice, but.
Are you loaded up, Dave?
They are loaded up.
All right, hello.
Youthful exuberance.
Sure.
We actually had an eviction last night, Kirk. Some kid got too hammered, and then as he's going down stair 2, North Station, tries to kick the door open. The door was locked, and he blew his knee out in the stairwell.
Oh,
and BPD and freaking Cataldo had to come down and take care of him.
Jesus.
But that's not what I called. We took Barkley over to World's Greatest Bar, and you're gonna hate this. They stopped and said, "Hey, you want to get some pizza at this place?" He goes, "That shit sucks," in reference to halftime pizza.
Oh,
But
that's
never
bad.
knew anyone like that.
Oh, boy.
Barkley said that?
Barkley said halftime pizza sucks.
Oh, my God.
Well, he's known for his hot
As he's
takes.
going to World's Greatest Bar, which is the biggest dump.
I don't know that one that well. Thanks for the call.
Great bar. Great bar.
Is that Billy Fairweather's bar?
I don't know what one's that, but great bar.
Yeah. Is that a great bar? Halftime pizza is good pizza. It's not great, but it's like a good B plus every single time.
Oh, it's a great fan experience, like
Correct.
right before or after.
Not
the
like,
game.
it's not
Yeah.
great. Like it was just in a different town though, somewhere like right there. You wouldn't say it's great.
Oh, of
pizza.
course not.
But it's good. It's good. It's a solid B.
Yeah.
B plus every single time. Hello. Maybe we'll go there if I win the contest.
Blind Mike.
What's that? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get
This
in your
is
way.
Blind Mike. This is Blind Mike Sneakers, and I just want to start off by saying I do not listen to the show. I'd never listen.
I understand.
But
Okay.
having said that, last week's episode was great. Having one of those whack packers on, one of the really interesting guys. I was able to color coordinate my whole notebook. It was really
Oh, good.
Really
Good.
great show.
Appreciate it, Sneakers.
Just want to say it was awesome. Yeah. Hey, oh my God, it was awesome. I loved it. So,
Thanks for the call.
I liked that Sneakers actually called in and was like, Kirk, this guy is bad news.
Yeah, stay away from this guy.
You don't want.
Well, it's funny,
He's trouble.
It was the one time where I saw the idiot like kind of light up, and then when Sneakers like, I think it was like, I'm outside to beat the shit out of
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I was like, all
can we
right,
not
why do we
this,
have to do
please?
that?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Can we just not do that? Hello.
Hey, Kirk, this is Tony Saragusa.
Wow. From the grave, right? Is that right, Mike?
Oh, you might be right.
Am I right,
That's
Tony?
right.
You're expired, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I have, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to tell you, Ray Lewis didn't kill those people, but he did help hide the bodies.
Oh.
I promised I would never say that when I was alive, but now that I've moved on, I just wanted someone to know.
Oh, thank you. It makes a good season 3 potentially. Thank you
It's
very
odd
much.
that he would confide that in the Goose, you know?
Well, they were teammates.
Even still.
Maybe they're friends. I don't know the nature of their relationship.
I suppose.
I always found Tony Saragusa to be annoying. Sorry he's dead, though. But he just was always, I hate on people. He just always seemed like he was the goose.
Had an odd role. I guess this is more common now, I think. But like to be a former player that was just like the same job as Aaron Andrews, essentially.
Right. Was he on The Sopranos at one point?
I don't think so.
Maybe I think of a different movie.
He has that vibe. He seems like someone that would have been. But
I could be wrong. This is why it's not one of my niche topics. Tony Saragusa, The Sopranos.
You're thinking of Big Pussy, I believe.
Nope, he was on there.
Oh. Yeah. As whom?
Frankie Cortez in the recurring role of The Sopranos. He was like he was like a driver or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello.
Kirk, Junior in the North End. How you doing?
Who's that? I'm sorry?
Junior in the North End. How's it going?
Good, thank you.
All right. I have a pitch for Mutt, a little gambling niche I think you could kind of pioneer. On Sundays in the NFL season, CBS and on Fox, they have all the viewerships and no one's on ESPN watching pool. Why doesn't Mutt start betting on that and the spelling bee and bowling, just obscure sports gambling?
I think we brought this up.
Didn't Colin say that? Yeah, I thought that was a good idea, actually.
He should do that. Yeah, he should. He should do something like that. Something for him to do. He's as good as anything else gambling with him.
And I'm surprised there's not someone like that for. I guess I don't know what the app's like. Does the app have shit like that?
I don't know. This guy who won this contest the other day, what does he do? The guy who Dave gave the job to.
I think he just talks like Miami-based sports. That's
Oh,
all. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Is he-
I didn't even
is-
see the
is there
beginning.
anything interesting to him or no? Like, is
He wept openly when he made the video.
I didn't even see how it all began. I don't even know like how
He had some
bet
video where he was
started.
putting, I don't know anything, so I'm sure it's funny. He put a bunch of ice in something like a bowl and like drank it or I don't know. And Dave liked, I'm sure it's in reference to, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I'm sure it's very funny. I have no idea. He seems like a nice kid. I wish him well. Colin ain't trust me is scrubbing through his old tweets.
I heard him listening this morning to some of his stuff.
What'd you get? We got anything yet or no?
I have to at this point. I'm just in research mode right
Somebody
now.
has to be because God knows no one else is paying attention.
Right.
Hello.
Kirk, I have a question for Mike, but I did want to comment. I don't think I've ever wanted to not win something more than this Friday's Chelmsford.
Well, what are you going to do, Tim? Think of the opportunities. You could go. You could potentially listen to me. You could fly if you want to Hartford, Connecticut, spend 2 nights there, and have dinner at any Olive Garden you want in the greater Hartford area, and you could stay at the Hilton Garden Inn for 2 nights. I mean, is that not a dream come true?
It's it's on my bucket list. But,
Mike, let me ask you this, Mike. Have you ever been to Rochester, New York before?
I haven't. Actually.
Oh my God, you will not. No, you can't. You have to fly to Buffalo, of course, because that's international. But then you could drive. You can't rent a car. We're not going to do that for you.
Right.
But you could walk 30 or 40 miles.
Okay.
Stay at a Radisson.
Well, this time of year that wouldn't be too bad.
And if you're, I don't know how you are about, famously with this show, Red Robin.
Sure.
Dinner.
Ooh. Yeah. Bottomless fries.
Yeah. Can't have any beer.
No, of course.
No booze, but yeah.
I like the idea. It's not that they won't pay for it. Like you can't have it.
No, it's prohibition time.
Yeah.
Like you are not drinking booze on our watch. This is a contest we take very seriously. What were you gonna say, Tim?
Well, it's really nothing to do with mud. It's just like Dave pointed out, he had a great point. I have a feeling this is going to cost the person who wins.
No question.
Like double what the thing is actually like.
No
all question. I can envision is my taxes going up next year, and I'm going to have to pay out double for something.
It's gonna be one of those things like you're gonna go like your bank account's gonna be totally wiped out. It just feels like
I don't think so.
You can't, if it says no alcoholic beverages, they can't police that unless you're paying for it and you show them a receipt.
Right.
And then you got to do it separate.
Correct. So you have to,
checks.
This
is going to be a mess.
By the way, I'm at ChelmsfordLax.com right now. Like, it was easier to find Bin Laden than it is to find this fucking contest on this site.
It's the question I started with, and there's been no answer.
Be there in person?
What form are they paying you in?
I think whoever said it originally, like it should just be this is a $5,000. Which by the way, you have to pay taxes on, I'm sure.
Right.
This is a money loser for you. You're paying. So Carter Manansky can play lacrosse. Seems insane.
I'm okay with that. I'd rather give the money directly. I thought the contest was a nice idea, but now I am in fear of winning this and thinking of my
good luck.
expenses rack. Like Dave said, I'll submit the receipt and they'll deny it.
Yeah, your credit score is going to go completely in the shitter. Like everything's gonna go wrong.
Headline: New England holds their breath in hopes they don't win this contest.
Jesus.
I mean, do we email them and say, when is this drawing happening? Where we want to monitor the situation?
Also, welcome to Chelmsford Lacrosse. What year is this underneath? 1972? Bring one of the fastest growing sports in the country to the town of Chelmsford. We've just heard of lacrosse. Cats and kids, you're not going to believe what's coming to town. Lacrosse. Like, what?
Well, it's probably one of the fastest growing.
I guess.
Top 30?
I guess. Where do I go to see it on this thing, Dave?
Well, first of all, you can't find it if you just go to the main page.
It says see details at www.chelmsfordlax.com. I'm here.
Yeah.
So where do I go?
Yeah, you're not going to find it there.
What?
Unless you Google Chelmsford Lacrosse raffle.
It must be on the site, though, somewhere.
No, it is through the site, but I didn't see any click-through on the homepage or anything like that.
Huh. Right.
Dinner/4-2.
Are you shitting me?
They're hiding this thing.
Is it really true or no? Send me a link to it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Hello. A fucking scam artist.
Hey, Kirk, it's Loophole.
Hey, Lou. How you doing? Been a while.
Good. I had a live show idea for you.
We're open to it.
Okay. Listen to the radio last night. Love Shack comes on. I couldn't stop singing along to, but I was thinking,
I hate that song.
Okay, well, this isn't going to go so great. But
I just hate the B-52s, but go ahead. I think you got a Mutt Stack thing in your mind, so go ahead. I'll let you do it.
yes, instead of Love Shack, it's Mutt Stack, and you do a live parody song. And I just gave you the idea.
What happened to you, Loophole? It started so well years ago. Yeah, well, maybe next time, Loophole. Thanks for the call.
That many years in the ring takes a toll on you, I think.
The winner's, I know we've done this before, but Jesus. The winner is entitled to a two. It's almost like a sentence. It's like, even they're angry about it, you know? They're almost like, yeah, you're entitled to this.
You're going to get it, whether you want it or not.
Yeah, it's almost more like, fine, you know what? Good for you. You're entitled to this. I hope you're proud of yourself. To a 2 round-trip airline flight to and from any major international airport, dinner for 2 at the restaurant of his or her choice, or a 2-night stay at the hotel for 2, parentheses, the prize, in quotation marks, and parentheses, will be selected by the winner. CYLA will select the airline and hotel, equivalent in quality of a 3-star hotel. So they're telling you the flight and the hotel. They're picking it.
I like the image of some couple of guys getting ready for work. He's on his way out the door, and his wife's like, honey, don't forget, we've got that contest drawing this week. And he's like, damn it. I forgot about that.
No, he's more like that. He's like, you're damn right we are. I'm entitled to that. I better fucking win this thing.
Well, that would be preferred, right?
What?
Like, you're going to tell them where you want to go.
No, they're selecting the airline and hotel. CYLA will select the airline and hotel.
I would assume they would collaborate with you and give you a couple
CYLA will select the airline and hotel.
That's interesting to have a contest like, we'll tell you where you're going.
Would you trust anyone to pick a 3-star hotel for you? Like, that could be anything. An airline? You can get fucked.
Yeah, but you have to have such communication with these people, because then you have to tell them where you want to go. They decide the hotel.
That sounds like a Spirit Ramada tandem I've ever heard one in my life.
But there's got to be such a back and forth here. I don't want to collaborate with these people.
I mean, I guess I could pick it around a Springsteen show. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I would do that if I won. I'd probably do that if I won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for tax implication reasons, you probably don't want to spend to the $5,000.
Well, I'll tell you, I've never been happy my wallet has remained holstered when I watched you two saps fork over your money.
And all for this dumb kid. The winner must decide upon the destination restaurant. A restaurant by July 15th? I have to pick a fucking restaurant by July 15th?
Again, the language, this doesn't sound like a fun must.
Why do I have to pick a restaurant if I'm going to fucking, like, let's say I pick Seattle for argument's sake.
Yeah.
I have to pick a restaurant? Why?
Got to plan the whole thing out.
What the fuck? The winner must use the prize by May 31st, 2024. Fine. Here we go. Okay. The winner may also elect to accept the $5,000 cash prize as full compensation.
Okay.
However, winners shall be responsible for any state or federal tax liability. So this is unbelievable.
That's what you got to do, though, is take the money, I think.
I don't think it's an option.
They just said.
You'll never, if you win this contest, you'll never escape it. Like, it's just going to, like, you get the clap, it's going to follow you around forever. Just a barnacle over your existence.
Yeah, just like when you check your credit score, it's on there. Yeah.
Score's going to be like 6. Like, I pay everything. What are you talking about?
That's right. I won that damn contest.
Oh, yeah? Imagine, I get it. Like, let's say we go to Chicago. Like, we're going to stay somewhere for a couple nights. Barstool will pick the hotel. That's fine. You're doing a thing. That's your job.
Yeah.
This is you won a contest. Like, you're excited. You won something. We're picking the hotel you're staying at and where you're flying, asshole. Get on the fucking plane and eat the goddamn food and stay in the fucking hotel.
But that's, even to use that example, Barstool has they've stayed at this hotel. They know the drill. They have some sort of relationship with them. That's fine. The CYLA or whatever the fuck it is, they have no idea about hotels in Houston or
stupid idiot lacrosse parents in Chelmsford. They can barely read. They're picking the fucking. It's insane. And by the way, this scam is going on. We get tweets all over the place.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Oh, is that right?
And must be getting a taste of this. There's no question.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
No question. He's sitting there snacking on horse meat right now and fucking Chelmsford, happy as can be, just getting a slice of every one of these suckers like me and Tim and Ken and fucking Cullinane.
We better win. One of us has to win.
I don't want to win this fucking thing. I want you to win.
I'm going to Greece.
No, if you win, you and I are going somewhere. We're doing this whole experience. We're gonna hand it over. We're gonna be sitting there on Spirit Airline row 36, and then flying away to Utica for a fucking weekend.
Well, here's the problem too: is then if you guys win, I'll think it was rigged because Mudd will be like, we got to show them it's real. Or,
every only honest one's a part of this.
That's what I'm saying. They've done this in themselves. Correct.
Right. Everything's in question.
Now. No doubt about
it.
Right. If I win, I think it'll be rigged.
Right.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, if those guys had any clue what they're doing, they'd have Carter in goalie. They'd go undefeated, no doubt.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, 2 questions. One, when you run early, what do you use for a light? Your phone? You use
First of all,
headlight?
First of all, I run fast.
How fast?
Nobody is faster than me. I've never been in a room with anybody faster than me as a runner. Ever. It's never, ever happened. Ever. No. I'm not. No, that's for pussies. No, I don't use the light. I use the moon and the stars.
There you go. Last thing. Can I join you guys in New Hampshire for the flower?
Well, we're going to figure that out. It's gonna be, you know what it's going to be? A little special contest going on for that. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, Dave, Venmo Mutt.
Let's collaborate with our friends at Chelmsford. Let's get something going.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the other. I forgot about this aspect of it. That I'm surprised you didn't have more of an issue with. Mutt was like, just Venmo me the money and I'll make sure it's handled.
He's broke. I let him have it. We're talking.
Anyone think that money ended up with
how far?
All right, thank you. At least you acknowledge it.
Jeez, Mike. Anything else? War of the Roses isn't real either, Mike. Anything else you want to know? Jesus.
All right, good.
We're trying to give the guy's. You know how far in debt this guy is? Jesus. You think Tim and Can's $20 is going to help him out?
Venmo, Mike Manansky.
That is going right to at least for us to go right to the Barstool app. You know that. Hello.
Hey, do you guys have a show Twitter account?
I think we do.
Yeah. So, Kirk, when you were at headquarters, didn't you go on a couple other Barstool podcasts or things like that? Didn't you do something?
I did. I went on with Kevin and Feidelberg. Yeah, I did do that.
Yeah. Is there there's no clips or links or succinct summary of what you did for your fans to know where to go?
Colleen was very busy being in the studio where we recorded, bitching about the equipment.
I wasn't with you. That was the next day. I was
saying that first day. You were very concerned about the equipment that day.
That day sucked.
Okay. Why?
Oh, sorry.
Was it?
We don't care about other Barstool podcasts, but when you're on them, we'd like to know where to go. I figure there might be somewhere to do that.
I will say this. Here's what I'll say. I think I don't want to defend Colleen. He's an idiot. But I suspect if we win our 2 matches, if we win the first match and the second match and go to Chicago, because everything is then real time, the shows are live, I think you'll get a lot more of that content.
I think so.
Would be my guess. I think Colleen was afraid because there was a lot of don't spoil anything. And the fact that I was there for the second day, believe me, is no giveaway. I would have gone back happily for these guys the second day. I certainly would have been a baby and left if I had lost that first match. No chance. No, there's no chance.
Yeah, I hear that. I was more talking about your KFC radio appearance, but then I do have one other thing.
Sure.
About these, the hate the show idiots, the right wing Neanderthals or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think their fallback is that when you change producers, obviously you change politically or whatever. That's their whole kind of thing.
Yes, Colonnade is changing politically.
Did they not listen to the? Right. Did they not listen to how often you and Mike giggled at Steve when he was going on his ridiculous rants?
I guess no. Well,
you would always argue with Steve too.
Yeah, or sometimes I'll agree with him. I would agree with him on Leah Thomas. I haven't. People want to think I've changed. I haven't changed at all. I just haven't.
No, but the right viewpoint was more prevalent when Steve was here, and so that satisfies a certain audience.
Yeah, which I get. I have no problem with that. But I mean, it's not. Sometimes I agree with Steve. Sometimes I disagree. Steve is,
even that we definitely got into more political subjects when Steve was on because he would bring them up. But I feel like it was almost more because Murchison was so much more prevalent.
It was also funnier to
people
hear
took
Steve,
that as a political issue.
It was also funny to hear Steve talk about it.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, because Murchison and that type of stuff would come up more, people were like, oh, it's a political show, when it wasn't really.
Feel free to call in and ask. I'll talk about anything you want. I mean, I just, I don't have any great. Oh, yeah, go ahead. We have another call. Hello.
Uncle Kirky?
Yes.
It's Chase Colonnade.
Hey, Chase. How are you, Chase?
I got a boo-boo on my arm.
I heard. So the story I've heard, Chase, and maybe you can clarify. I'm sure this is accurate. Well, Dave, go ahead. What happened to your son? He's on the phone.
Well, he was trying to climb up.
I believe
the
that
ladder.
started.
No,
yeah.
he was trying to climb. He was trying to climb up a slide.
Okay, he's trying to
and
climb.
he was reaching up high, and he said, pull me up.
I believe that.
And it really wasn't happening like that, but it might have tweaked his arm to some extent. And
You gotta understand, Daddy and Uncle Kirky. I don't understand how slides work. I'm not the brightest bulb in the box.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I think you go up the slide, not down the slide.
That's not the brightest take, Chase. But listen, you're a kid. I understand.
The question I did have: do you think this is going to hurt my gymnastics career?
I don't know. It's a good. It does question how, I guess flexible you are. Maybe.
Yeah, because the only thing worse than a sissy who does gymnastics is a one-arm sissy who does gymnastics.
That's a good point, Chase. I hadn't thought of it that way. Yeah. Huh?
And then, Daddy, since I have a boo-boo, do you think maybe I can get a break or a week off of carrying drinks to Grandma? Maybe just for a week.
That seems like a fair question.
That sounds fair, Chase. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Think about it while you're fucking up the show, Daddy.
Thank you, Chase. Goodbye.
He sounds awfully critical of your work.
It's difficult when your son is getting older. Like Harry is now 11, so he thinks. I've said this. He thinks everything's funny now. All these perverted things that he doesn't really quite.
Oh yeah.
So in the car, he and I yesterday, he's like, Dad, you heard about this ligma disease? I'm worried I might have it. This ligma thing. I'm not. And I'm like, I'm driving. I'm like ligma. I mean, he's like ligma balls.
That's good stuff.
I was like, oh my god.
That's harmless fun, right?
It is. I'm like, what has happened to this little guy?
Ligma balls.
He said ligma balls.
Tell him to call in and ask if Dave's ever heard of that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, what has happened? Hello.
Dave.
Yes.
Dave. So you heard about Fred Toucher at the hospital in the middle of the night. Is that what you were saying earlier?
I think so, yes.
All right, because I'm the guy that texted you and said, hey, check out Fred Toucher's Twitter. And does anybody want to guess what time I texted Dave that information?
I would say noon. I would say the beginning of the middle of the night, say 8:15, which is when Dave's middle of the night starts.
Yeah, so at the middle of the night, I said, you know what, I'm going to text Dave Cullinane Saturday, 8:10 p.m., and he responded at 8:12 p.m.
I was going to say maybe he didn't see it for a few hours.
I can't really remember. But whatever. Then he tweeted out the hospital picture, didn't he? Yeah,
Yes.
that was after.
Yes.
So, I'm sorry. I don't have the perfect times of his social media.
I mean, you can't argue with him, Mike, because he just it doesn't.
Yeah, but then he posted his hospital thing hours later.
But he deleted.
Why are you
that also?
covering up the Fred Toucher
He didn't delete that until
But I'm saying that has been deleted.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. The middle of the night. What hospital was this?
It was in Milton.
Yeah. Okay. Hello.
They hung up. That's all.
That's it? Yep. All right, good enough. Speaking of Harry has his grammar school graduation coming up in a few weeks. So he said to me, he's like, Dad, I wouldn't mind getting, he actually said this to me, I wouldn't mind, I'd like to wear a suit for grammar school graduation.
Ooh.
So I think we got to make an appointment, Dave.
Very classy.
Over at Miltons is where you got to go.
Got to do it.
Did you say you took your son to Miltons for the hospital, or he was in Milton?
He was in Milton.
Miltons might have been the right place for him.
I've gone there a few times where I need to get sewn up.
Yeah, they'll do it for you. They would have done that for you. Yeah. The store for men. Social Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Square, Chestnut Hill. Now, where I'll be with Harry at some point at the Burlington Mall. I got to reach out to Bill and see if we can set that up here at some point. They did Harry's first community. Fantastic. So, we have buy one, get one free suit event is going on. Lots of weddings, I'm sure. Everyone listening, or a bunch of guys, have a million weddings coming up. Our guy, the drip dentist, probably, did he just get married?
He is getting, I thought it was in June.
He is getting
right?
married, I believe.
Oh, he is getting married.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you like better as a person, the dentist or the bird guy?
Oof. Actually, I don't think I was as high on the dentist as you
As a
were.
person, he seemed like a nice guy.
No, the bird guy definitely over the dentist. Yeah, the bird guy was the most pleasant human being I think I've ever interacted with.
I didn't meet him. I only met the dentist.
Oh, is that right?
Bird guy was fantastic.
So we're gonna do that though.
Yeah, got to do it.
All right. When are we gonna do that? That feels like a fall thing.
Yeah,
That's a nice.
next
like a
year
nice.
sometime.
No, it's like a nice fall night, like a crisp fall night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going in there, arranging the flowers. Mutt said to do it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. Mutt, of course, has avoided Miltons for some reason. I don't know why. He shouldn't. It's the greatest place on earth for. There's a Milton shirt right here, as a matter of fact. I think this is a Ty Bahama shirt. Vineyard Vines, all the great stuff. Go to Miltons right now. Miltons.com. Tell them the Kirk Minihane Show sent you. They like hearing that. It's the greatest partner we've ever had. We will ever have. Great clothes, great price, great people, a great collaboration. I'll be there with Harry Minihane soon enough as he gets duded up for his graduation. He moves into the world of middle school and all the wonderful things that await there as he begins to enter puberty. Who knows? He uses deodorant only on days he has gym. That's what he says.
That's smart.
I guess, yeah. Who the hell knows? Everyone's growing up in the big damn hurry, Mike.
You're right.
It's concerning. Concerns me, but I don't know. You'll see Dave soon enough. Mm-hmm. And Michael, too, is Alba is with child, I'm told.
Yes.
Oh, is that right?
Second trimester.
Is that? Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. So Miltons.com. Please get moving to our great friends at Miltons. We thank Miltons, of course, and Omaha Steaks. We're back tomorrow with Mike. We have anybody else joining us or no?
Tomorrow? No.
No?
I don't believe
Anybody
so.
Friday?
Yes, I forget their names. So we have a
Oh,
couple
good.
people.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Not worried about that at all.
Might have to do a little bit more of a background check on these individuals.
Well, who do we have?
I forget their names.
I reached out, by the way, to Mutt to see if he'd join us tomorrow with Mike.
I think Mutt's mad.
Not heard word.
Why is he
from
mad?
I think he's mad. I think he
Call him.
legit doesn't like me.
Call him. Nobody likes you. He's not responding to my.
Yeah, but who cares if he doesn't like you? He would still come in.
I texted him this morning at 7:10. I've not heard back from him.
You think he's awake?
It's a good question. He does this thing where it's like, oh God, it's annoying. I feel like it's like 2016 all over. I don't need this.
Hello.
Hey, did you get my text? I texted you like 4 hours ago.
I did. I don't check my phone until after 9 a.m. now. So I know you're on the air.
It's 11:30.
He knew you were on the
Well, you're on the air. You want me to text you back and you're on the air?
Yes. You can text. Yes. You can't do the show tomorrow?
Okay. Hold on. Let me text you back. Can't do show tomorrow.
Yes.
Idiots.
Could do Friday or next Wednesday, question mark.
All right, we'll put him in Friday. Oh, Friday for sure. Friday's
One guy, yeah. Oh, yes.
Friday's the drawing day.
I'm surprised he wasn't already booked for Friday.
All right, we'll book your Friday.
Hi, Mike. Good morning, Mike. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Mutt.
Boy, this drawing is not us, but a lot of people reaching out. There's a lot of concern. We're trying to defend you on this one.
Yeah.
Not great.
No, we think it's going swimmingly.
What?
Yeah.
Defend me on what?
We'll talk about it
Defend
Friday.
me personally? What did I do besides have to look at 4 terrible shirt ideas on your Twitter account today?
Oh, did you put those up, Dave?
That's just mean.
Oh, so
I'm already nervous about him not liking
Colleen
me anymore.
we'll talk about it Friday. Yeah. Colleen thinks you hate him.
Not a big fan. I was a fan.
Fair. Right. We'll talk to you Friday. Goodbye. So Mother's not a Friday. Thank God.
I wonder what he has to do.
Nothing. He does this so he feels like it's a whole thing. It's exhausting. Or he's like, no, I can't do it. He has nothing to do tomorrow. Nothing. He'll be watching every second of that.
I've noticed, I think you'll probably agree this is kind of a radio guy thing, I think, where he's like, we got a lot of options. I'm talking to some people. Like, it's all very vague.
Yeah, you know how many times I've seen this with, it's other than me, nobody's ever left radio and done anything.
Right.
Not a lot of support for these shirts, Dave.
Not a lot.
No, there's no, you know.
It's all right.
There's somebody you think you should. I mean, the one with me in like a. Who did the one with me in like a in the pool with like the bathing suit?
Me, but you just use services for that.
I mean, that's really.
I mean, the idea. I would assume. I tried to give you both ideas, right? I tried to give you kind of like the authentic. This is a miserable quote, so we'll keep it looking miserable. But then also the like, oh, it's kind of a joke. He says miserable things, but he's having a good time. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Also gave you the barstool.
It's not a terribly even way of thinking. I just don't like your description.
I also gave you the barstool look. Like, oh, do you want to stay consistent with what Barstool's done in the past? I tried to give you as many options.
What was the one today?
It was We Attract Psychopaths.
Yeah, I don't mind that either.
Yeah.
This is what Harrison was good for, you know?
He was?
I have no idea.
Shirts are terrible.
I don't know. I don't know what he did. I just assumed.
The best shirt I think of all time is Mike's drawing.
No
so
question.
I think Mike is the real talent.
No question.
That's true, yes.
No question.
Hey, shirts got up in my day, baby. You can't say much else about my tenure.
No doubt about that.
Shirts got up.
All right, so Mike's back tomorrow. We're going to do this all over again tomorrow. Good
Yes.
God. Go to buymike.net, of course.
Thank you.
So we're back tomorrow. Mutt, at least on Friday, with some random Minifan. If that random Minifan, if somebody wants to come with Mike tomorrow, let them, if they want to come tomorrow, fine.
Okay.
We'll do that. And then we'll, if that's okay with you, Mike.
Sure.
We trust these people, right?
I don't see why not.
Why shouldn't we? So maybe we'll do that tomorrow with Mutt and somebody else on Friday. Watch trivia tonight. I will say that. We'll react to that tomorrow, good, bad, or indifferent. I will say a new enemy has emerged. We'll discuss that in full. Back tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Goodbye.